And welcome back to TNS9. My name is King Jobber, joined by Proxy. You might have just seen us on another little stream doing some Guilty Gear, but now it is time for the King of Fighters 15, and we have a great top-up lined up for all of you at home.
Absolutely. Some SNK's finest coming through. Definitely excited to get to see how this turns out and how we get this top 8 rolling. I believe our first match we're going to be leading off with is going to be Yurikov versus Maigo to start us off. So, with that said, plenty of other killers within the bracket. We do have Coach Steve, Hornzisbadgg, snuck in from our local area of Tampa, which is very cool to get to see. As you can check out this bracket here.
Yeah, taking a little bit of a break from Tekken to come over to KOF. Of course, on the loser side, you do have Laban versus Hornzisbadgg and Mothman versus Snover.
Then, coming up in the winners, we do have Coach Steve racing off against Dark King. And then, as I said, Yurikov versus Maigo is going to be our starting match here. So, plenty of action to come through. Definitely excited to get to see how this turns out between the two. But KOF feels like it's in a pretty good spot right now. SNK Championships coming up very, very soon. Excited to get to see how that turns out. But, you know, are they handing out the Naruto swag? Are they handing out the trophies that you truly want to see? There's some things that are more important, Jobber.
Absolutely, and Maigo already rocking one of those robes. So already crowned a champion this weekend. Looking incredibly strong, but honestly, coming into this, you would be a fool not to think that Yurikov is the favorite to win, right? Yurikov is so consistent against the Mexican players who, honestly, when it comes to North America, no one's better than them, right? Nah. And he has consistently been able to take on some of the strongest names coming out of Mexico, especially in online brackets like TNS and even in offline tournaments. But the problem, at least for Yurikov, is he's always come up a little short, right? So definitely looking to aim for that last chance qualifier coming up later this month to get that opportunity in the World Finals.
No, absolutely agreed, especially with, like you said, a player of his caliber certainly in range to be able to do it. And what I would call, I mean, Yuri is in the name, but I would say the signature character coming up, obviously Meitenkun, Sleepy Boy, definitely with the finest player in North America of the character, the strongest representative of us sleepy, sleepy children.
Absolutely, bro. He's not allowed in TNS, though, because we never sleep here. But on the flip side, Maigo coming in with a very strong team. Geese has slowly but surely been climbing the tier list as time has gone on, and now he's pretty much considered to be a top 3 character. That's how much he's gone up, how strong he is. Of course, the Geese Yamazaki shell, incredibly powerful, and then you throw Chizuru into the mix, you got a recipe for success.
Definitely agreed, but we'll see how the first round starts here as we're going to get into our match. We're going to get ourselves started. King of Fighters 13. Oh my God, I almost said 13. We've been doing it so much on Sundays. I've been thinking about it.
I know.
The King of Fighters 15 coming through. TNS 9, excited to get to see how this turns out, and so we begin.
All right, round start. We are going to kick things off with Isla versus Geese. Geese is an incredibly strong point character, and especially up against someone like Isla, who's considered arguably top 1 at the moment.
Super strong, able to get that double empty jump into the throw, looks for the low and gets that stagger. Very nice knockdown.
Yeah, another throw again. Yurikov really leaning into the throw game here at the moment. That might be a setup for things to come, right? Advancing strike does blow up throw attempts and allows you to get a combo if you actually beat a throw with it.
Okay, spends a ton of the meter on the EX and then goes, you know, just hop away with the instant overhead there, working out beautifully. I mean, we talked up Geese on how he's become, like, climbed the rungs, become a stronger character. Not looking like it there against Isla.
Yeah, no, Isla incredibly powerful too, but Yurikov also just such a strong player on top of that. Already going for the empty jump there. Maigo wanting a little bit of breathing room, goes for the guard cancel, but there's the CD counter hit.
Oh, and finds it again, goes for the Tatsu and is able to maintain pressure here in the corner, finds a low and goes straight into the super. Here comes the follow-up, and let's see what the mix is.
Yeah, knocked down to the ground, into the overhead. Oh, but we just let the EXDP rip. We want out of the corner. Nothing to do with any of this pressure.
Yeah, definitely have to at some point. The Bucks got to stop somewhere. Goes for the EX, but answers with their own. Closes the distance, but Yurikov on a fat lead and is able to jump over and get the DP.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble there at the end. Yurikov coming out on top. It's always scary to be in a scramble like that when you're so low on life, but now here comes Yamazaki. He has to carry that torch and make a reverse OCV to keep Maigo up a game.
Definitely a really strong self-sufficient character, is able to build his own meter, you know, make his own money, but unfortunately not mattering too much here. A third of life off the table, and that throw continues to come out.
Yeah, just so oppressive here. Isla has so many different options to just put you in the mix. There's the run under into the 2B and able to close it out. Yurikov takes game number 1.
Yeah, extremely strong performance and showing off not only his own fundamentals in the game, but showing off the strengths of Isla. Didn't even have to go for too much of the tricky stuff, though. We see a lot of, because she is a rare character that can alter her jump arc in a really, really controlled way.
Yes.
So things can get messy if she sets it up. Didn't even really need to get into that.
Yeah, that's what makes her so unique, right? Not a lot of KOF characters traditionally have a ton of air mobility options. You just have your hops and your short hops and your full jumps and things like that. But lately, especially from 14 to 15, they've really been adding characters like that, especially in the form of Isla and Shune. Oh, but empty jump throw, just constantly going for this throw over and over, specifically against Geese.
Does find the sweep though, almost gets himself out of the corner here, but in the end does fight out, goes for the jump over, gets the tech, and that is a hell of a button. That standing D is so good, but not gonna see much more of it.
Yeah, clipped by the taco. A taco again. It's not even Tuesday here, but taking him down.
Almost. We're almost there. Weekend's coming up.
All right, here we go. Trade right off the bat. Maigo really needs to figure out a way to put a stop here to Yurikov's Isla, because Isla has just been absolutely running wild. We haven't gotten a chance to see a second character yet.
EX works out wonderfully. It's a stand B, doesn't get too much else afterwards. Pressure in the corner.
And you saw that neutral jump there, right? Went for the neutral jump button to try and bait some kind of jump out there from Yurikov, but he held his ground, was able to escape from the corner. And now Maigo's in a precarious situation here. You don't want to go down to have to get another reverse OCV to stay alive.
That was a really smart offensive guard cancel, though, from Yurikov. Finds a throw again. At this point, Isla looking like the best grappler. Finally gets the tech, though.
Oh, neutral hop there with the CD. Not going to quite work, but we are in the danger zone. And far C is going to be enough to shut down Chizuru. It's all up to Yamazaki here to keep Maigo in winners.
A tall task. A very similar situation to before. Isla a little bit lower on life, but otherwise relatively the same as before. And somehow Yurikov was able to make it happen.
Oh, let's see. Just still harassing with this hop pressure. There's the hop CD. Big boots coming in. One more time. It goes for the low option with the 2B. Things are not looking good, Proxy. Maigo just on the back foot here. We might be seeing 2 OCVs in a row.
That CD twice in a row is able to connect, does get the guard cancel, but can't get any room from it here. Still maintains pressure. Run stop is blocked, though. Is able to get the throw.
Oh, and the delayed low. Low dash low. Able to land it. Super is not going to be able to get. Oh, never mind. Never mind. What do I know? I forgot the pickup.
The paint can into the DP just enough with the follow-up there. Yurikov with the double OCV, going to move even further through the winner's side of the bracket. And well-deserved here, winners finals for one of the most prolific players in all of our tournaments that we run all week.
For sure, yeah, an incredible KOF player, one of the best in North America as well, especially one of the best in the United States, right? For sure. There are very few who can match up to Yurikov here in the U.S., and a lot of that's going to kind of be the story of a lot of this top 8 is, will anyone really be able to challenge him, right? Because we saw right off the bat, 2 OCVs to kick things off. That's kind of crazy.
Absolutely agreed. But obviously other killers, you know, hidden within. We do have one of the strongest players. While we talk about strongest players in North America and strongest players in the United States, we would be amiss to not mention the man who fights every single day. That is Coach Steve.
He burns to fight, all right? The leader of the Burn to Fight online series as well, Coach Steve himself, is going to be going up against Dark King.
My favorite Marvel Snap player.
Pretty good Marvel 3 player, too. For
yeah, you know, he does okay. Top 8, yeah, just casually. He's retired, by the way. Oh, dude, but yeah, definitely good to see him. Has already cracked himself out on a medal this weekend. Hopefully get maybe raise the championship this time. KOF is a good shot for him.
That's crazy. He's got 2 top 8s, which means he can cover both eyes. Both eyes with the headband.
He's twice as strong as Kakashi.
That's exactly, bro. When he lifts them up and he can see, he fights you blind.
He just has normal eyes, though. He just is like, I just was blindfolding myself to give you a chance.
I'm Daredevil.
Oh my God, not the Daredevil, dude. We'll see how Dark King does it here. Facing off, like we said, against Coach Steve. interested to see the character selections here. I feel like that's one of the nice things about KOF is it's been every single patch. It's been pretty consistent with the exception of Vanessa Ralph Terry.
Yes.
Every single patch, there's still been a good amount of diversity.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just early on too, right? That was the vanilla version of the game. I mean, you know, they say you don't know what you got till it's gone. Of course, we still see Ralph pretty frequently.
Yes.
Vanessa here and there. Terry's a little bit of the one that's fallen to the wayside, which makes me sad. I think Terry still has really good tools, and if you just give him back the really strong overhead crack shoot without having to do it EX, I think that character is very viable. But speaking of viable characters, Rio, top 3 for sure.
Absolutely, as well as O.Yash, who has always, since his inception, has been an issue.
And he has been flying under the radar. Both Yashiros have been flying under the radar, getting off scot-free. No changes to them that really matter in any meaningful way that hurt them.
I'm a huge fan of the team for Dark King here because Rugal is also an amazingly fun character to get to watch. Definitely kind of a hybrid zoner, has very, very good anti-airs and great conversions off of everything. But we are going to lead off with the duel-on.
Yeah, which is really interesting. Duel-on, when he dropped, everyone was like, nah, this character's ass. This character sucks.
He was.
And now we got some recent changes, some buffs, but we haven't really seen those buffs play out in a tournament setting yet, right?
Yes.
People have been experimenting, but we haven't seen them bring this character into a competitive environment. It's just been a lot of online matches for the most part. But let's see how these buffs change things up, going up against Mai on Coach Steve's side.
Already starting well. I mean, was able to interrupt a couple fireballs in a row immediately with the little grounded fireball like you see there.
Ooh, a little too high, though, on that JB to actually get a full confirm from the cross-up.
I apologize. I'm going to call that Seismo. It's unavoidable. I'm a Marvel player. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Gets the throw back in the mid-screen. Pressure's on and gets the cross-up. Very nice.
Yeah, trying to push all the way back to the corner here. Coach Steve likes to play this rush down style of Mai. There's the advancing strike, and it actually blew up the throw attempt there from Coach Steve, so you get a full combo off of it.
Okay, so it's set up though, comes off the wall, and unfortunately the dive kick not safe. Just looking for Chip at this point here. Chucks the fireball and looks for some pressure, but another mash throw, very, very good. Even with advanced strike in the game, throw is still a very powerful reversal option in spots like that.
Yeah, absolutely. One frame throw, you just have one button in order to do it, hold forward or back. That's why advancing strike was put in the first place, right? Yeah. To answer how strong throw is.
With that said, speaking of the strength of throws, a character that's strong with throws in more than one way, O.Yash coming up.
Just do not get hit. Has some of the best Oki in the game as well.
Yeah, off his level 1 and level 2, it's absurd. But the jump over the command throw. You said we haven't gotten to see this in practice yet. Duel-on kind of showing out here. Looks for the teleport. Tries to go for the reset, and that left right is crazy.
Yeah, but wasn't able to get really anything off of it there. Too far away for the 5A to connect. And look at that, we are just sliding backwards over and over. Create that space. Stay away from me, Yashiro.
Like that roll backwards as well. Like you said, maintaining that distance. Got to be careful. Yashiro with those brawler buttons can be very dangerous.
Sending out that fireball. And there it is, 2D. Get you with the sweep. Close out the round. Orochi Yashiro is down. And we might be seeing a third OCV.
Maybe.
A duel-on OCV in KOF 15?
That would be an extremely exciting way to start this off and just baits out the guard cancel roll and just chills. That wasn't a true punish, but you're able to get a left-right mix if you expect it coming. That jump in, finds a clean connection again. Reset time. No, it just goes for the X. What was that?
Help! Help!
Stun is coming.
Yeah, one more touch is all we really need. Oh no, with the whip! And there it is. Stun is there. Duel-on OCV to kick things off. And even Coach Steve is like, damn, okay, I gotta laugh at that one.
The EX pull in midair, that was OD. I cannot believe it. Not the slurp, bro. Dude, it just worked out perfectly. All of the sequences came up exactly how he dreamed it.
Yeah, picture perfect. It looked like a Twitter clip in action there. So going back to character select now for Coach. All right, locked into Shune for the first character, it looks like, or at least hovering over.
Yeah, maybe just kind of considering his options here. Yeah. He's going to go for the O.Yash still. We'll see. I mean, he does have a couple characters up his sleeve. I think Mai is definitely still a strong pick as well. Just going to stick with the same team. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see if we change the team order, though, because team order can really matter a lot, right? You need someone who could take down that duel-on. And it's going to be Mai again, same order as last time. Down to the freezing forest. We're freed from the shackles of training room.
God bless.
The straitjacket is off.
Room to roam. And straight out to the snow. I mean, everybody knows that all the best fighting game stages are the snow stages.
Oh, for sure. Except for Guilty Gear.
Hey, whoa. That's boss stage, man.
It is, yeah. But
you're going to say that right in front of our Potemkin champion? All right, let's get to the match.
The birthday boy, a boy. Here we go. Gets the cross up there with the JB. This time it is low enough to get a full confirm off of it.
Definitely a much more aggressive look so far from Coach, which I definitely like. A lot of the times disrupting those fans with the size modes was working out incredibly well for Dark King.
Oh, but chasing down. Oh, the arms. Oh, okay, the roll is going to get punished. Tried to roll on through. Unfortunately, Dark King putting himself into the corner here. That is not where you want to be against some of this fan pressure. Trey, but not going to get the pickup. That
was perfect spacing on the CD. Throw in the corner, though. Here comes that slow fireball just for the meaty.
Okay, with the anti-air immediately into the Shatter Strike. Was expecting some kind of a reversal there from Coach Steve. Huge call out. Tossed back. And there we go. Fireball coming through. Gonna connect. Man, isn't my cold?
Absolutely. Listen, with moves like that. Go, step back, the fireball. And of course, I mean, that is a classic trap. Just bait them to jump over the fireball. Blast them with the Optic Blast.
Oh, and he's got the Cyclops colors on too, bro. That's crazy. Uh-oh, there it is. God Press put you in the corner. Yeah, this harassment coming out now. But we create some space, trying to give Coach Steve just enough room to overextend a bit. Trying to go for the low option here. Any stray hit will do it. Just have to find the connection for Dark King.
Get all this extra credit, like you said, really starting to add up. I love that roll backwards, slow and steady. But there you go with the cutter. Very nice anti-air.
Yeah, looking good, looking good. Of course, Dark King got an OCV in game number 1 here and looking to close things out with Rugal in game number 2, but still has to go through this O.Yashiro. Point blank.
It's an Optic Blast. Just jump in, clean touch into the EX. Definitely your correct option here as we're able to set up for some zoning. No, but instead we dash up and get the advanced arc again.
Beautiful, beautiful plays here from Dark King. Really just calling out the wake-up throw attempts here from Coach Steve. Fading back there, trying to find a single hop. Goes for the reset option. Great block on the cross-up attempt.
But hits him a little too high. That's a great throw punish there from Dark King.
And look at that. Dark King just lounged back in the chair. It's just another Sunday for him.
I wish I could play like that. I got to be sitting forward at the correct angle. Nice confirm with the God Press again in the corner.
Oh, he actually got the hit there, but didn't believe in it to go for a cancel. Unfortunate. Now locked down in the core against Rio. Rio, one of the highest damage characters of this entire game, has many great options. That parry is beautiful to deal with advancing normals.
Oh no, again though, the CD puts him to the wall.
Oh, run up parry. Not going to get anything off of it. Normally you'll see a lot of Rio players go for parry into Tatsu when they actually confirm the parry there.
Parry and jump in as well. Clean hit into the EX, and that will do it. Dark King is going to be able to secure the kill off of that one and take it 2-0. But Coach, the adaptations were coming through. He's working on it, you know, he's coming back.
They were just a little too late, you know. That's the problem sometimes, especially with how fast-paced. KOF is a game that of extremes, right? When it comes to how fast-paced it be, sometimes it can go super, super slow in just first to 2 sets, especially first to 3 sets can go over 10 minutes. But with the pace that we were going there, he was making sure that Coach Steve didn't really have enough time to adapt to what was going on, especially because the only time we ever saw Rugal was in game number 2, right? So you have that one game to adapt to how he's going to play this character.
Absolutely. Plus, it's the Yash that you didn't even get to see. You didn't even know what he was going to do.
Exactly.
So, a little unfortunate there for the coach, but Dark King continues to eat and is headed into the winners finals here. So secured himself a wonderful spot as we're going to go into the losers now. We're going to be heading down to see Mothman facing off against Snover. So Mothman.
So another pretty decent player at Marvel. is what I've heard.
Of course, very, very strong player for sure. He's definitely been doing well. And I think one of the standout things about Mothman is just the amount of games that he plays. He's definitely one of those guys. Street Fighter 6 does incredibly well. I played super well at Genesis very recently. Marvel obviously is one of the top players in the world, I would say. Definitely performs incredibly well. And then here in these SNK games, I also am on good authority to say he is a super top tier TVC player as well.
I am not surprised at all, to be honest with you.
What a random
What
combination
team does he
of
play in
games.
TVC?
I don't know. I just know that he's really good. I know that he wins. He's like top 3 everything that he goes to in TVC. Like Frosties, he does really well. Just
a really consistent fighting game player all around, right?
You love it.
When you're good at fighting games, you're good at fighting games. It really doesn't matter the game that it is, right?
Yeah, it's been proven time and time again by a multitude of players who play multiple games. I mean, other people in this top 8 as well. I mean, obviously we saw Yurikov is a very good strive. Yurikov top 24 Strive, I do believe. Coach obviously top 8 in Marvel and is a fantastic Grand Blue player as well.
I thought he was retired.
He is retired. He's retired and still out here getting top 8s.
That's
he said
crazy.
everybody needs to step up.
Still gatekeeping.
Y'all got to practice, is what he said. But either way, getting on to the next one, like we said, Mothman and Snover. Interested to see what the characters come through. For Mothman, the 2 characters I think of when I think Mothman is I think Whip and I think Yamazaki. Obviously, he does have a very good Benimaru as well, but Yamazaki and Whip are the 2 characters that define him to me.
Oh, but Snover coming through with a really interesting team as well. Yuri, Elisabeth, and Rock Howard. Elisabeth is a character that you don't see very often anymore. She was super prominent in the meta at one point. I mean, one of the best aspects of her, in my opinion, is the damage that she gets off of anti-airs.
Yes.
But now, as you know, characters have changed, as she's gotten a little worse, other characters have gotten a bit better. She's kind of fallen off in the meta. Good to see her in here. Of course, Yuri is a specialist pick. Difficult character to play, super squirrely, difficult to catch, high damage.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Gonna get started here, and as we said before, 2 pretty interesting characters to start it off here. I believe it was the Whip in the first position here, so we'll have to see how he does. Closing the distance can be difficult sometimes here, especially with Yuri starting out with no meter here, but not gonna matter too much as we're able to get started here. Loser side, top 8.
And Snover was already playing that fireball game early on there, trying to mix things up. Went for the anti-air, but Whip does have a little bit of an interesting jump arc there when she's going for those different moves.
Okay, EX conversion, good amount of damage off of that one for just half a bar.
Ooh, but the air-to-air, Snover coming out on top, gets the sweep. Time for some Oki, but we just wake up with the back roll immediately into the overhead. Oh no, Whip DP means that you should be dead here. Straight into the EX. Yeah, I like that, going for the good meter management there, right? You don't want to spend your whole bar for a level 1 when you could close it out for 50.
Definitely no reason to here. Snover, opportunity to come back though. Misses Elisabeth, a little bit of a jump in there, but the DP just cleans it up.
Oh, but gets the jump in, immediately goes for the 2D just for the knockdown here. We're gonna need better confirms than that if we want to come out on top. There we go. See? Just need to be close enough for it, and there, wow. Goodbye, Whip.
Yeah, and I feel like that's been Elisabeth has been sneaky the whole time. I feel like at one point, like you said, she felt like the "you must be this tall" sign for the super top tiers, and now she's kind of leaned back a little bit, but I think without losing too much of her strength, definitely still in there.
Yeah, able to put out a lot of damage, still has great anti-airs. The Benimaru coming through with the EX command grab, putting you into the corner. Ooh, patience there, immediately for the meaty low. A little too high there to get a confirm on that jump, but there's the Shatter Strike blowing right through the slicer.
Yeah, recognizing that was coming out and being able to set yourself up for that one there. Tries to go for the jump in, punishes the roll. EX for the follow-up here, dashes up, gets the throw, pressure in the corner. EX once again, but there we go, DP, no time to hold the pressure.
Oh yeah, but we are going on in, and Mothman not gonna let anything stop him. Wants to take down this Elisabeth right now. Great hesitation there, able to block the fireball coming out. Jump in, too far away to get a second hit on the 2B.
Oy, and what a trade of the fireballs there. Good management of the resources here. Spending that EX to guarantee the kill. A chance for some extra credit as Rock Howard comes in.
Yeah, Rock can easily close this out. But Mothman trying to make as much damage stick as possible. You see, no reason to go crazy, right? And there we go. Rock is able to do it. So now we're going down to the final characters here, the Anchor War in our first match of loser side top 8. And it's old man Yamazaki, old man Joseph Yamazaki coming through.
First name Joseph.
Look, he's got the old man Joseph colors.
Oh.
That's the fit, bro.
Ouch! Straight away with Shatter Strike into the super, shining knuckle straight to the wall.
All right, kick the sand out immediately into the snake arm.
Yep, go for more of the same, building that meter. Definitely the first hit you see, you know you're going to confirm the poison there. Very close, scary stuff.
Yeah, no one wants to flinch. There's the roll through. Doesn't get caught, though. Immediately goes for the overhead. DX parry, misses the pickup. That's really unfortunate there for Mothman. Needs to figure out a way to gain some ground. We have plenty of meter. If you can get it confirmed, you can cash out. Nice with the 2C.
Very strong anti-air. Gets the air-to-air as well. 5 meters, but hasn't really had an opportunity to spend it yet.
Oh no, might not get the opportunity at all, and there we go. Closing it out with the 2C. Game number 1 for Snover.
Mothman, a little shake of the head. It's so frustrating to have that many resources in a spot like that and feel like you're kind of locked out of them. Never had an opportunity to really spend, never was able to find that touch, never was able to really extend his pressure with it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of different things you can use the meter for as well. You can utilize it for guard cancels just to get off me, especially when you have 5 full sticks of butter, right? Use it defensively. You don't always need it to cash in damage. You need it to put yourself in a situation where you can get that damage in the first place. Snover coming on in. Whiff on the 2C. Oh my god, the run up immediately into the slap.
I feel like that counts as a whiff punish. Dashed up. Almost was looking for the anti-air there, but whip swings that normal really early. Can't quite get the cancel.
All right, there we go with the DP. Jumping right on in again. And man, Mothman just been having such a difficult time opening Snover up with whip, right? Really, the damage we've gotten is off of stray pokes here and there or a wake-up reversal, but we haven't run any kind of solid game plan here. Just been locked down. Uh-oh, pull her in. Got him. I'm not going to say it.
Hold it in. Not this time.
No. Shuri ain't on the screen. Only Shuri gets that treatment. And there we go. Stomping the head into the dirt once again. Cross-up is going to connect.
And there we go. The EX into the follow-up. Jabber, I knew you were a loyal man.
Absolutely. Can't betray mi amor. Mi esposa. All right, keeping the pressure up. I like the idea of throwing out the fireballs there, but you have to be wary of whip going for the reflex if you get too greedy with it. So Snover recognizes that, instead just moving in.
Okay. We'll start to this, and you're able to get the side switch there into the corner. Definitely strong.
All right, tossed right back in. A little bit of a delay there on the follow-up to try and get a frame trap. But here's the connect. Make sure you get the kill. There it is. Didn't have to spend any meter at all. That's going to be great going into this next round.
I mean, Snover still has a cushion of a game to sit on here, but you don't want to rest on your laurels too heavily here. 4 bars available for Rock.
Make that 5 bars now.
Wow.
So we're looking at a whip OCB if we're not careful. Into level 1. Not quite enough. OTG's going to do it. There it is.
Absolutely. A little will it kill action.
I always forget how many characters have that extra little touch, right? And I've been watching this game for like
since it came out.
Yeah, a couple years at this point.
Since day 1, we've been out here checking this out, and it's you still forget. That's like every time Iori gets it, I'm like, oh, not quite. Oh.
Yeah, because you expect the super. The super is the big ender, right? You expect that to be the end of the confirm, but it's just not done yet. There's always that little follow-up. Here we go, lock him right back in. Whip with the OCB. Great way to kick off that first game.
Yeah, heads back to character select, wants to slow it down, wants to try and figure things out.
Oh, he's picking a stage, I think. Where are we going?
Don't you do it.
He wants the construction site.
Okay. Particularly, I respect that.
What was the line from all the way back at Taku? Someone on Exerd said, this is a construction site, we're cooking. I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Gets the people going.
I like it.
All right, about to begin though. 1-1. Good comeback from Mothman. They're just absolutely, completely dominant with the whip in that last game. See if we can extend some of that dominance here.
Right, Snover playing a lot more aggressive here to kick things off, right? Which makes sense. You want to get in on whip inside of her comfort zone. Oh, that back roll, that was kind of nasty.
Yeah, definitely a clean idea. The EX fireball gets the double DP, resets with the flip, and is able to get that mix up.
Into the Azuna drop, not enough to get the kill. Immediately runs into the EX DP. Oh no, speaking of DPs, this one's gonna get punished in a big way.
I love that from that distance too, just because you know if the DP comes through, you might get chipped out. Just gonna go for the super to make sure we finish.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Mothman is the only whip I've ever seen use that move. No one else uses that move at all, but it is working.
As long as it's hitting.
All right, there we go. Whip is finally down. Time for Mr. Benimaru to come on in and do some work.
Stand your ground. Ready? Go!
Okay, start comes through. Try to go for the jump over. Maybe went for it. Didn't mean to get a full hop, I don't think there. Elisabeth gets the clean jump in, spends a little meter.
All right, rolling on through, but the roll is going to be punished here. Capitalizing. Man, Benny hasn't gotten to do anything quite yet. Snover looking so good here.
Okay, so a tall task ahead here. Mothman for the tournament life. It's going to be all up to the anchor. Yamazaki just never got off the ground last time.
Let's see if he can do something different here. He's got a lot of meter to work with. But one thing about Yamazaki's anti-airs is they are kind of committal, and you see Snover constantly going for these hop-ins over and over. Opts to just go for the rising JB.
Plus, that's not an easy projectile to pocket.
No. It's got a really weird speed on it, right? And just also the effects on it make it kind of difficult to see.
Yep, I like that from Mothman. Got to get a little more aggressive here. Guard gauge definitely starting to suffer.
Yeah, trying to go for that low option there after knocking Snover out of the sky.
Twice in a row, we've seen him try to go for something EX for the anti-air, but it hasn't quite worked out.
All right, gets the EX parry, but again, the drop. That's the second time we've dropped that exact scenario, Proxy.
That's so much damage left on the table as well. Doesn't get the punch on the super either, and then the shatter strike.
Not quite able to get the kill, though. One more touch is all we need to eliminate Mothman. And Snover, it's over. Mothman is out of the bracket.
Snover, the below pop-off, you love to see it. Definitely excited and moving on through the losers bracket. Well played and well deserved. Guaranteed fifth place now here at TNS.
Absolutely. You know, my favorite part of pop-offs is when you have to walk back and fist bump or shake the opponent's hand. You have to be like, hey, sorry, man.
I hate both ends of it because I hate when my opponent pops off and then comes back and is like, hey, man, that was a great game. And I'm like, I hate you. I hate you.
In this moment
so
right now,
much.
I hate you more than
We are
anyone.
not. Give me like 5 minutes. We are not friends right now. Like, oh
it's almost as bad as the frame one losing interview, you know what I'm saying? But not quite that bad.
not quite that bad.
But it looks like up next we are going to be moving on to the next part of our losers top 8. Laban versus Hornzisbadgg. Horns mostly known for his Tekken play. Incredibly strong Tekken 7 Bob player.
Yep.
Now playing a lot of Victor here in Tekken 8. And also making top 8 in one of the first TNSs for Tekken 8 as well.
Oh, okay. What's that? We got
Ill issue? That's an ill issue.
Ill issue. I respect that.
Oh my god! One thing I have to say about Laban is his fit game. These like bicycle outfits he's been wearing all weekend. He had a Evangelion Unit 1 Taco Bell Gynax bike shirt. It was the most
None of those words are in the
Bible.
Not a single thing you just said. A Taco Bell Evangelion
Gynax t-shirt. It was crazy. It went so hard.
I'm gonna need pictures. I need receipts.
I need to find out where he's getting all these bike shirts from, bro.
But either way, you know, look good, feel good, play good. It's all part of the plan.
So let's see now. Jumping into this. I'm sure Horns probably has a similar team that he's been playing. He really likes Rio. He used to play Rio even before Rio was really strong in this version of the game, so I assume he'll stick with him. And is also a King enjoyer, known to be a King enjoyer. So King, Isla. Who are we locking into? Wow, Shingo, okay.
That's how you feel, huh?
Okay, I'm about it. But on the flip side here, we have Iori, Dolores, and Terry, Mr. Bogard coming on in.
Yeah, I mean, Terry, we talk about Terry all the time. It's not like Terry's bad. It's just there's a lot of other characters that do a similar job and is stronger in certain ways, right?
There's Terry but better, right? And that's perfectly fine. But Terry still has his usefulness,
He's a cool
right?
guy.
He's an all-rounder. He's got a lot of style. He has the coolest level 3 in the game. And that standing D, still really good for standing D into quick max.
Really good. Absolutely agreed. But let's see how it plays out between the two. Looks like we are about ready to go here. The other side of losers bracket. Find out who else is going to have to punch their ticket out at 7th place and who's going to get to stay and continue the ride. That is TNS 9.
Ready?
Now, King, this is a character you rarely ever see at high level, right? King, unfortunately, you mentioned about Terry, but King is that same thing. Other characters do what she does, but way better. So we'll see how it's going to play out here in the first round. So far, Laban doing a pretty good job taking the fight to Horns.
Definitely what you have to do is Iori in this spot. Looked like there might not have been enough room for the crossover there, but we still make it work.
Roll to the other side, try to set up for the taco here. And there it is, CD at the end of the block string to catch you pressing.
I love watching them fight with this happy xylophone music.
Bro, it sounds like Donkey Kong
Some
Country
marimba type stuff. Air to air, very nice.
Some
jumpsy.
Jungle Jape stuff here.
Taco? Oh my God, the quadruple cross up there. Ends up not quite finding the hit in the end.
All right, again, setting out that fireball. Oh, we tried to go for the low, but it got low crushed there by the EX swipe. Ooh, interesting there. Bit of a whiff interaction. Horns adding up the damage with these stray hits, but it's just not catching up.
That trade's just heavily not in your favor at this point.
Yeah, in a situation like that, when you get those 2 Bs, you want to be able to confirm off of that, right? That's so much damage left on the table, especially for Isla. And there it is, Taco coming through. One more character away from an Iori OCV.
Round 3. Ready? Go!
Okay, off the start. See how Shingo's able to make this work. Unfortunately, CD gets put him straight to the wall, so not much work can be done there. Gets the scum gale as well.
Yeah, and there we go with the neutral jump, stuffing out the DP, whipping in a big way. Send out the fireworks. Not dead yet.
Still has that bar, gets the command throw. Should be able to send the fireworks for the second time. Shingo cooked up, and that is game 1 on a platter.
Look at that, he's feeling himself too. The smiles and the nods.
He was smiling the whole game too. I kept looking over at the, they both feel like they're having a good time.
I don't think I have not seen him stop smiling all weekend, to be honest. Every single time I see him, it's all smiles.
That's what you like to see. In the end, the most important thing is that you're enjoying yourself.
Absolutely.
Genuinely. That's
what fighting games are all about. It's what TNS is all about, and here we go. As soon as we get through this loading screen, we're into the next game. You know, just PS4 thing.
You know it is. Jumps over, gets the clean touch. Not too much damage to show for it. I mean, King not necessarily known for her damage.
No, she's known for being able to control space, right, with those fireballs. The Venom Strike, so powerful. EX Venom Strike, sending out 2 fireballs to catch you. She's a death by 1,000 cuts kind of character. Even though her climax does actually a pretty big grip of damage, some of the highest in the entire game.
Gets the restand, gets the kill, and death by 1,000 cuts definitely completed there. Horns going to come back all basically full health.
Yeah,
actually full health.
And this is a huge turnaround from what we saw last time, right? The Iori OCV shut down, and now we get to see some of the other characters finally show their faces here. All right, crashing after the fireball, send out the mud monster, and a clean jump, and gonna get that confirmed. Spend the level 1. Oh, and that command grab catches you.
jump in, still maintaining pressure here. Gets the jump over, gets the CD. EX does not connect, and that's a punish.
Big punish there, too. And for Horns, like, he's playing the neutral game pretty decently, but it's a lot of dropped opportunities, or drop opportunities, as some would say, right? We're getting, like, confirms with these 2Bs, but not getting the full combo off of it. You know, we're going for things like EXDP, EX Tatsu that are just not paying off, but that is going to pay off there. A perfect for Isla, bringing Laban down to his Terry.
Mr. Bogard in the default costume. I like that.
Oh,
you talked about it, and there it is.
Straight into the climax. Look at that. Buster. It's so sick.
It's very cool. And look at the life total as well.
I can't whistle.
Jump in, didn't work out. Trade, huge.
Got to make this count. Squeeze out as much damage as you can, right? You need to make it stick. You need to make it more difficult for Terry to deal with Shingo if it comes down to that. Oh my god, that crack shoot. Blocks the Shatter Strike, put out the stiff left arm there, close out the round. Set point now for Laban.
Shingo did not really get to participate last time. I'll keep it above the street.
Not at all. Let's see if he gets to do something here, though. We've seen Shingo cook before. Level 2. Cashing out all of the damage, try to get as big of a lead as possible.
Oh my god, and then straight into the EX and gets the critical. Both of the hits that weren't supers there were crits, by the way.
Yeah.
Just by the way.
RNG in his favor here today.
You know, in Marvel 3, when characters have RNG involved in their character, whenever you go to character select, it re-rolls the RNG. I wonder if games like this do the same thing.
That's crazy to think. Makes me wonder about Guilty Gear, too,
yeah, just
right?
I don't know. It's just weird that it happens in that game, and I think about it in other games, too. I don't know, just a side
That's
note.
interesting.
I'd love to see some research on that, if that actually works.
I want to see what that's like with Faust, for sure.
That'd be cool.
But here we go, jumping straight into the next one. Oh, wow, getting aggressive with King right off the bat.
Yeah, Tatsu over the low, try to go with the low crush there. Fireball working out, 2D. You know, a lot of people told me Iori sweep wasn't good at the beginning of me learning KOF. Man, they were so wrong.
Yeah, for sure wrong. All right, so Horns taking things to a different route here. Wants to play a much more aggressive game with King. Oh, stuffs out the DP. That's really unfortunate. Could have been a much higher damage punish. There's the flip through, straight to the Wreck Series, knock you to the ground. Nice, rolling out of harm's way, but takes a 2D as a little bit of tax.
Okay, gets the hop over. Doesn't get much for it though. Life kind of dwindling here on King and gets the trade so in your favor. I mean, as far as anti-air buttons go, man, or just kind of fix all buttons, that 2C from Iori.
Yeah.
It just does everything.
Everything that you need it to do. But here comes Isla, the problem child. Sets up the paint can. Too far away to really get anything started. All right, hopping on in, able to get that hit. Stuffs Iori out of a normal there, and then punishes the forward roll. So Iori is out of the way, pretty much tied up here. Full health on Isla going into Dolores.
Okay, see how far you can push it. Off the start, steps away to get away from the standing D. Process comes through again, but Dolores kind of corners herself now after the Tatsu. 2C to be able to get the anti-air, but trade in return. Activation, but has to go for a mix. Super, not going to connect.
Oh, and that's going to be a nice punish, too. But puts yourself into the corner. That's fine. Gets thrown out. We'll take that. Oh, should be able to cash out. No, just short. One more hit was all we needed. Gets clipped by the command grab.
Okay. The infinite.
Able to block this. Ooh, was able to block the guard cancel, but nothing off of that.
Setting sub. Potentially the final stand here for Laban. Activation again, same situation as before. Gets the clean hit.
Oh,
goes for the roll.
That is absolutely not what he wanted there. Oh no, let's see if that doesn't come back to haunt him. Just needs to find a single touch here to get rid of. Oh no, the whip DP. Laban is letting everything fall apart right now.
Oh, nice block. Can't get the hit though.
Does get clipped right at the end of that Rekka series. DP is baited out. Last chance here. Final game, final round. Shingo coming in with 3 bars on deck while Terry has zip. Nada.
And sitting on a really healthy life lead as well. 1 clean confirm. Bill get to level 3. Might be able to do it, but a very aggressive start here for Terry.
Yeah, and all these trades are not good. That damage is adding up, making it even easier for Horns to get this finish. And there it is. That's going to be it. 1 EX is all we need. Horns moves on in loser side of the bracket.
Laban out at 7th. Definitely congratulations on that one. Like you said, one of the most dripped out people in the venue. So we take what we can get. We take what we can get.
I'm feeling a little dripped out myself here in this Hokage robe, I'm not going to lie.
Dude, one of the nicest things has been to be able to, you know, just kind of let loose, do some of the dumb stuff. Wearing the Naruto headbands, going to Wawa, and everybody looking at you.
Hey, chill.
Mind your business.
I thought you were about to tell the story again about being
No, not again, bro.
Y'all don't need to know about that.
Y'all will hear about that one on TNS. Tune in weekly. You'll see it there.
Well, we're going to be tuning into Maigo versus Snover coming up next year. We just got to get them on stage to keep this loser side of the bracket rolling forward. Of course, remember, it is going to be 2 out of 3 here for KOFXV until we get to winners finals, losers finals, and grands. So there's not as much time to adapt as you would like to see, especially if there are some characters you just can't get out of your opponent.
Absolutely. And make sure you're checking out everything else that's going on as well. Obviously, the TNS channel is still live, as well as Jaywong's channel right across the way. So plenty of action still going on. But we appreciate you joining us here for the King of Fighters on the CEO Gaming channel. TNS 9 continues to deliver.
And it's been just an exciting day all today. So many top 8s still coming forward. We had a great Strive top 8. We had a great Plus R top 8. I can hear the crowd going crazy for, I believe, what is that?
Uni 2's on right now.
Uni on the other side, yeah. And then Tekken and Street Fighter to round things out at the end of the day. It's going to be very, very exciting to see. Especially Tekken, you know, being so new. Yeah. Being such a volatile version of Tekken, a lot of people have a lot of opinions on it.
It's one of the games of all time.
It absolutely
I enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, as a King enjoyer, I'm enjoying myself.
All right, so Maigo versus Snover. We're up to see Snover with a little bit of a pop-off coming off with that win over Mothman. Definitely was well-deserved, too. I mean, clutched up, was able to have a stellar performance, completely shut down the Yamazaki from Mothman, who, again, as we said at the beginning when we were kind of introing players, was a player that was able to kind of dominate pretty often as Yamazaki. That's like one of his characters that he controls the most.
Yeah, absolutely. Yamazaki is an incredibly strong character too. I think early on when Team Southtown released, Yamazaki was honestly like the one that was probably the favorite out of the team.
Yeah.
You know, people were not that high on Geese. You know, Geese and Yamazaki being the only 2 characters on that team.
Yeah.
But
they released a 2-man team.
Yeah, it is kind of odd, but you know, it's KOF15, got to shatter all expectations, right? But Geese has definitely overtaken him as patches have gone on, as time has gone on, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just neutral control. It's hard to really it's hard to value anything past how well he controls neutral. Standing D, his fireballs are very good. His anti-air game in general is incredibly strong when you're standing at the right angles. As long as you're spacing yourself correctly and playing well, Geese, in theory, has an answer for absolutely everything.
Yeah, and you were mentioning before about like Iori 2C, right, and how strong that is. Geese, 5C. You don't even need to crouch,
Same
bro.
thing.
You don't even need to crouch. You just hit it. You just hit it, and if they're in the range, they're going to get anti-air. Completely stuffs cross-up attempts. Such a good button. But it is going to be Chizuru up against Yuri to kick things off here.
Oh, these little intermissions. I learn a lot about myself in these little intermissions.
Just deep thought, you know, pondering.
All right, the match begins. Not that deep.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! But the match begins here, starting off strong.
All right, charging up the fireball a bit. Nice reaction there to get the reflect.
Yeah, walk to the corner a little bit here, trying to go for the sweep, not quite finding it. Jump over, doesn't get there. Looking for the poke a couple times in a row. Can't quite find it. Chizuru finds the anti-air.
Right, All this little damage is starting to add up. No real solid confirms quite yet, but Maigo has been really active being able to get those reflects on the fireball so far. Especially it's difficult because Yuri could charge up the fireball and kind of change when it comes out, right?
Stanby couldn't quite find it. Does get the air though. Yuri kind of brute forces it on the full jump there. Super has to be a missed input though. That's super blowing a meter and unfortunately putting yourself in a spot to get mixed by Yuri. Finds the throw and it's almost done.
Oh, so close. There it is. Run up throw. The slap on that sounds like you're playing Mario Tennis, bro.
It's perfect. It does sound like Mario Tennis.
It does.
Again, it just goes for the roll. And like you said, Geese content to play this full screen game. I mean, when you have buttons like that, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, some of the best buttons in the business. Staring her down just a little bit there into the level 2. Not enough to get the kill, but closing the distance there with the Rekka. One of the things that makes Geese so strong and so difficult to contest is that his Rekka series, he pushes him so far away. It feels like everything he does is so safe.
And that, and you see a lot of the Geeses, especially the high-level ones, do a really, really good job of using air fireball because air fireball is one of those things that feels like a trap when you first use it because you get killed when you use it incorrectly. But it's such a good spacing tool to buy yourself a lot of real estate and a lot of space to roam when you use it correctly.
Yeah, especially when you start mixing in that EX fireball too, right? Because that's the one that actually allows him to fall faster.
Standing C.
Yeah, just throw it out. You think you're going to jump? Standing C. Why not?
That's the tweet. One at a time, goes for the Rekka, looks for the jump in, nice roll backwards, but you can't escape.
All right, chases to the skies, tries to go for the overhead there. Not gonna bite, and the standing A there just to check you. You're not allowed to escape quite yet, but we're gonna brute force our way out. Until we're put right back in.
Yep, and the fireball is enough to do it here. Geese looking to seal the entire team here.
And now it's father versus son. Using the Rapukin there, keeping the fire up. Maigo really likes to go for the JB after those air-to-air situations, right? Trying to hit you holding down back.
Good roll away after the fireball. The recovery on that was way faster than I expected it to be. Looks for the jump over, but that's a clean touch.
Put you all the way into the corner. Pop the install as well. Of course, Rock's install, big change for him now. Much better and actually lasts through the entire game. One of the issues with it before was once you finished off the character, install was gone, so there's no reason to use it.
Now, yeah, especially in comeback situations like this, making his shoulders, the elbow, significantly more strong. Clean touch into the EX.
Not quite dead yet. Oh yeah, try to go for that OTG. Rock can get a lot of OTG fireballs now when he's in install. It's just a little too late on it. There we go, landing immediately into buttons with that 2A, shutting down old man Geese. And now it's time for Yamazaki to come on in.
Okay, put the way to jump in. Looking for pressure with the snake arms. You got to be careful about how you're whipping. Snake arm generally is pretty safe, but with the enhanced elbows, Rock is way more likely to just slide on him for the whip punish.
You see that back roll, clean jumping. Ooh, closes the distance, just wants to stay close. But you see the mash out there of the command grab attempt, answers back with a Shadow Strike, spends the Raging Storm, not quite enough to close it out though.
Looks for the command throw, again just rolls away in the end though.
Yeah, and we didn't even attempt to punish or attempt to do any kind of offense, right? We just wanted to reset to neutral. Goes for the overhead, but nothing afterwards.
He's reflect, nice tech, crazy tech, EX fireball almost kills!
Chip damage will do it, you can't block anything, and he survives with no health in the health bar.
Oh, the sweep is good enough in that spot. Crazy turnout and a great finish. And the crowd, you can hear they're yelling, they're having a good time. That's another thing. Every single sub-community in here in TNS has been an absolute pleasure. It's been so much fun to get to watch everybody kind of support, everybody's just being, it feels like everyone's being so kind.
It feels like everyone knows each other here, right?
This has been a great hangout session of a tournament, dude.
Absolutely. And nice running in, getting the DP underneath the charged fireball.
Air to air, working out beautifully. Pressure in the corner. Chizuru got to do something to get out here.
Ooh, trying to go for that 2C again. But good on Maigo. Getting out, playing that neutral game once again. Chizuru needs that breathing room. She needs that space. She's not good at really boxing with you up close.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Seeing things that we don't normally get pulled out.
Guard gauge, guard gauge!
Able to score that throw. And being aware of your opponent's guard gauge is so important. You know they're going to try to do something to get out of there. They're forced into that situation. Man, even with all that offense, this round is still dead even.
Clean touch on the jump in. Okay, just gets the slap.
Hop in again. Oh, the chase down. But able to get that toe tap there with the JB. Hits the clone with the fireball. And we're down to the wire again. 8 seconds left on the clock. It doesn't matter who wins the round. You're not gaining any health back.
But victory still goes to Chizuru. I think Chizuru has a better chance here to be able to get some kind of mileage here. Obviously, the clone can get hit and can still take damage. But with Elisabeth coming in, I feel like you've got a good opportunity here.
Yeah, you have to be incredibly careful, though. Has to play this perfectly. And there it is. Just send out the fireball. Shut down Chizuru. It's time to bring in Geese.
Okay. I mean, this was the hero of the story last game, to be honest with you.
He's been the hero of many people's stories for sure. Some of the strongest players in this game. But Geese is so cool that, you know, I can't hate him being top tier.
That's my boy. Wow, nice spacing to get away from that fireball. The block after the hop, deals with the overhead. Not quite the second one, though.
Oh, trying to go for the low option afterwards. Oh, and there's the Shatter Strike blowing you up. There's going to be a lot of scaling on this, but we're trying to squeeze out as much damage as we possibly can.
Pick yourself up for the one-touch kill now. Throw even at this point. We'll do a reflexive fireball. That's clutch into the EX for the second time.
That chip damage coming out on top. Snover trying to tie things up. 1-1 now. All of the Yamazaki. Yamazaki with nearly 3 bars. This is still a doable comeback for sure. But, you know, one thing, at least for Maigo, we haven't seen a lot of that really scary Yamazaki pressure, the scary Yamazaki offense, right? Or any of those huge confirms. I don't think we've seen poison one time.
Not from anyone. Wait, super, oh my God. Was that OS to catch that? Because if so, you're insane.
Oh.
Either way, it does not work out, unfortunately, here. Pressure continues as we go for the guard cancel.
All right, low snake arm. Push you back, but jumps right into that fireball. Oh, and that is a clean jump in. We are just punishing. Finally, the guard cancel. Give me a little bit of breathing room, but the trade in the air is going to be in Snover's favor. Time things up 1-1.
The crowd loves it. This is definitely exciting too because the crowd is very excited for both players, which is you know, I like a little territory war here, KOF.
A little back and forth. But it's been back and forth between these players as well. Pretty competitive set. Andy.
That's how you feel?
I like it. I like the Andy pick here coming in.
I mean,
feel like Andy is a sleeper good character.
And Yamazaki has not done anything.
No, he really
for
hasn't.
anyone.
No.
He just has not. It felt like he has not participated in the anchor position yet.
No, we haven't been able to get any of our Yamazaki game plan running at all. Like I mentioned earlier, we didn't see poison a single time when Yamazaki was on screen.
Now let's find out if the Andy's a little better. I mean, the fireball is definitely good. Has a very simple toolkit, but simple sometimes can lead you to be just effective. You don't need a lot of bells and whistles.
Yeah, and his level 3 is absolutely devastating too, right? Being able to do it in the air, on the ground, you whip anything, you throw a fireball, let that thing rock.
Walk forward for too long.
Yeah, exactly.
just whatever.
But man, did you see that? The upward angle fireball there actually blowing up the clone? That was impressive.
Go for the charge, easy reflect there.
Oh, and the frame trap. 5-8 into 2C.
Okay. Nice. We've seen a lot of really aggressive, just full jumps forward to get out of the corner pretty often from Snover.
And there it is. Run up throw. Immediately into the safe jump attempt.
Guard cancel was definitely good to be able to get out of the pressure, but doesn't get too much of a punish from it.
No,
Instead,
not quite. Here we go, still trying to chase down 2C again. Just the reach on that so strong. And the 5As too. 5A checks here from Maigo have been really on point. Able to shut down Yuri. Taking the first round, just like Max Power said. Honorary third commentator.
that's my goat.
I feel bad talking over him sometimes.
I do, absolutely. He deserves more. Stops the clone right away with the startup on the fireball there. Definitely looking very strong. Pushed away for the second time, but we run underneath with standing C. Pressure continues here for Snover. Building some momentum here, trying to make this comeback.
Oh man, the fireball there stuffing the clone startup. Another great throw break from Maigo. But all this damage is adding up, and there's the trade. 40 seconds on the clock. Elisabeth is going to come back real healthy.
But there he is in the TNS colors.
Bro, that's crazy. TNS Andy Bogard.
Make it happen. Look for the elbow. Had to go for the little bit of a reset there. Finds the sweep. Tries to check the fireball. It's a great jump forward from Snover.
Yeah, but this matchup here, having access to the reflect is going to be huge for Snover. Even though Andy's fireball is good, that's a great equalizer. So far, Maigo's just been on the back foot, playing that runaway game.
Okay. Pressure looking okay here. Went for that jump in one more time. Not quite going to be able to find it. Standing D, buy some room. Guard cancel back into the corner and jumps for a fucking fireball.
Yeah, and there we go. Wow, we are just moving around with that elbow. Got put in the corner and just used it again to get out. And now we're going for the elbow breaks as well, trying to bait out some kind of a response from Snover, but he's not going to bite.
Jump back, to the elbow, air to air comes through. Pressure still maintained. This is such an important round here too. 15 seconds left on the clock. Tick, tick, tick.
And it's all just ticking away. Proxy finally gets a small confirm there with the elbow into an anti-air, but it's not enough. Shuts down the EX fireball. Maigo needs to make something happen.
Snover chills, just blocks, using that EX. It hurt so bad there, spending all of that meter to try and come back and having it be for naught. That is such a tough situation.
Yeah, so unfortunate. And now it is all up to Geese to keep Maigo's KOF dreams alive here at TNS. I mean, if anyone can do it, Geese absolutely can. Not sitting on a lot of meter, but that's all right. Still has that really great neutral game and is able to take down Elisabeth. Final game, final round, it all comes down to the father versus the son.
Just squeaked himself in just enough meter here. Let's see. How does this end? 2.5 bars here for Snover. Definitely sitting on a big advantage.
Oh, there's the 2A. Guard cancel through, willing to spend that meter defensively. Especially when you have a meter lead, why not?
EX rage run. They body a little bit of room with the overhead here. Hops over the fireball, gets a little bit of pressure, but reset back to neutral.
And again, we're in a situation where no one's been able to get really any solid confirms. It's all just been nickel and diming here. EX fireball forward, gets blown up by the Shatter Strike. We spend the level 1.
Definitely a smart decision here. Anti-air gets out of the corner as well. This is huge. Set defining potentially as we buy some real estate back. Gets the jump in, no full confirm.
Oh, just runs right into the standing roundhouse there. Trade in the air, we're still down to the wire. This is anyone's game, Proxy. Whoever can get a solid hit, and there it is for Maigo. Daddy tucking his son in. Moves on in the bracket.
Absolutely. Snover very close on that one. Went for an uber aggressive play there, trying to go for the run underneath. You saw immediately the second that jump backwards went and saw it was a full jump, had already committed to the dash, just let it rock the whole way through. But unfortunately, jumping back normals, also somewhere Geese happens to excel.
Yeah, they're just incredibly, incredibly strong.
On to the next one, losers quarterfinals. Coach Steve facing off against Horns. So we'll see how this goes between the two. Coach Steve had kind of a tough loss earlier. Looked much better in his second game against Dark King. But overall, man, it was the dual launch show.
Yeah, absolutely. And Horns still able to survive here in the bracket. But there were a little few things that, you know, could have gone a lot better when it comes to confirms and stuff like that. Just had that neutral level above his opponent going on.
registration.
So we'll see if he can clean things up going into this next game.
Definitely the opportunity is there. We shall see, getting closer and closer. I believe this is our last match to qualify into the top 4, so getting ourselves set up for potentially these long sets to come. 3 out of 5 for winners, losers, grand finals. So you gotta earn those long sets though, you gotta earn them.
Absolutely, and KOF is definitely a game where the length of it can get to you. The decision fatigue, right? We've
Just
talked about
so
that
much.
before in different games today, but decision fatigue is a big factor in KOF, especially once you get to that position where you're in the losers finals or loser semis having to make that gauntlet run.
Let's see how it turns out for him though. Coach Steve, expecting to see the Mai, expecting to see the O.Yash coming through. We'll see what ends up being the choices. Yeah, definitely the right call.
Yeah, he's been comfortable with those characters. And bringing in the Dolores. Dolores and Terry?
I was so wrong.
Okay. I like the Terry pick, and I love the Dolores pick.
Mr. Bogard. So we've already seen him once before. You know, we started out this top 8 immediately being like, we don't really see Terry anymore.
And here he is.
We're so back.
We're so back. Buster Wolf, we're so back.
It's about to be a party
Buster
up in
Wolf, we're
here.
so back. Good God. Let's get to the match here. Losers, quarters, the other side. A spot in top 4 guaranteed on the line.
All right, and to kick things off, our point war. Mai, of course, the quintessential point character here for Coach Steve. And Horns playing King in the point position. That's kind of where she's always been her best throughout the history of KOF.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that she just doesn't use meter nearly as well as some of the other characters in the game. She's just much better at building it herself. But unfortunately here, kind of getting smothered in the corner. No room to build any meter on this one.
Yeah, no room even to throw out fireballs as well, right? Because Coach Steve is constantly sending out those fans just to be a projectile, something to force Horns to work on or deal with. Oh,
That-
here, Venom Strike with the punish 5A.
That patience was so good. I love that he throws that fireball, walks behind it, puts Horns into a situation where he feels like he needs to overextend. That jab is crucial to get the win.
Oh, trying to go for a little bit of run up close C action there, huh? Oh, but the DP immediately into the missile dropkick super.
Wow, but that anti-air just naturally destroys the attempt at the cross up there. Huge damage coming out on the Isla. Looking for the reset now and finds that knockdown.
And right back into the corner. Horns spent that meter to escape and sent right back, but now we're moving back to neutral. Coach Steve trying to force Horns to overextend here. You see, we don't need any solid hits, just one little tap will do it.
They're looking for it, tries to go for the poke.
Oh,
Out.
but DPs through the follow-up.
Gets a throw though, and that is enough to kill. It's another one of those unfortunate situations. You hate to spend meter and then immediately lose out on the round, but you can't just give up in spots like that. It's really hard to balance that dichotomy. That's what you're talking about, the decision fatigue, man.
Yeah, absolutely. The CD into the fireball gonna work. We are running deep in there, straight into the Shatter Strike. Your turn isn't here yet. All right, but the back throw puts you right back into the corner. Patience from Coach Steve, utilizes the wall hop to escape. But man, look at Shingo go.
Loki, he's in there.
Critical, goes for the 5B just to get the reset. And there it is, the low.
Will we see a comeback?
No chance we get the Shingo reverse OCV.
Oh, I would lose my mind.
Round 4.
I need it in my life. A lot of work to do though. 3.5 bars, almost 4. Gets that clean touch. Okay, you know, you're telling me there's a chance. He's getting a lot of crits too.
Yeah, crits across the board. Look at this damage. Immediately into the level 2, cashing out all the way. Right to the OTG. Uh-oh, but there's the back throw. This is where things go south real quick.
Love that juggle anywhere. Oh yeah, the command though. We've seen Coach get so much mileage from it.
Oh, the anti-air. Another command throw? No! Goes for the strike option this time, and Coach Steve takes game number 1.
Yeah, the Mud Monster twice in a row. Way to stabilize after Dolores almost gets her head kicked off with like 5 crits in 1 combo from Shingo.
Let's see. Looks like we went right back into rematch. Not going to go to order select, not going to go to character select. We're confident with our decision here. It's just a matter of executing it cleaner.
No, yeah, for Horns, I mean, it's just this has been the team that he's been rocking the whole time through. So let's see how it works out. Trade with the fireball, not what you want to see as the King player in this one.
It's so difficult for King, right? I mean, you look at Mai. Mai does what King does, but better. Right, the better King right there. She can even play that rushdown game. They even nerfed King in one of the earlier patches, preventing her EX from, you know, being able to take out crouching opponents, or standing opponents, I should say.
Wow, and what a juggle, all from a CD. Working out beautifully here. Gets that juggle one more time. Anything will do it, and the throw counts as anything.
Yep. Absolutely does for sure, and you can't block that. And now Coach Steve is trying to ride the momentum here to eliminate Horns from the bracket.
Okay, tries to slow it down. Air-to-air trade.
All right, hop CD, get right on in. Whoa, Shatter Strike versus Shatter Strike. Horns comes out on top, is going to immediately cash out into the super.
Missed out on the top two, but still closing the distance good enough at this point.
All right, stay same side with that hop. And I like the spacing that we're staying at, right? We're trying to stay at that normal jump range to make sure that you can't escape from the corner. But now pushing on in a little bit here. Oh, and the advancing strike, of course, because that wasn't beating a throw, all it's going to do is score a knockdown.
Well, that knockdown ends up netting almost a kill here. Throws the fan looking for the chip. Super comes out. Not enough.
But just wakes up 5A, delayed 5A to catch Horns, trying to run on in and get offense started here. And now we are at set point, threatening a Mai OCV. But Shingo's kind of been the one cooking here on Horns' team. So let's see how he can bring things back.
Definitely has been the hero we deserve so far. Not quite getting there yet here, though.
Oh, but the Shatter Strike coming through. Coach Steve been Shatter Strike happy a lot so far in this set. Dives out of the corner, just wants to get back to neutral, create that space. I agree.
Gotta be wary though. The Shingo kick comes through, looking for chip, and he does it.
I can't believe that EX didn't kill, bro. Left you with a single pixel remaining.
Can't always get lucky on the crits.
But here we go. It is still set point for Coach Steve now.
Air juggle definitely strong. Looks for the jump in, not quite able to find it here. Overhead dealt with, but there's the low.
All right, but the guard cancel out. Nice, jumping right over the Muck Monster. Oh, advancing strike to blow up the throw, but doesn't get the combo that he wanted. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Gets almost nothing on the confirm here. Very, very tough situation, and we're just gonna the chain grab.
You got a match too. Here we go, harassing with normals, but any straight hit into some EX will do it. Gets the throw, puts Horns back into the corner. Things are not looking good. Preventing you from jumping out. DP's gonna whip, and there it is.
Yeah, and as soon as that DP whiffs, you kind of know where we're headed from there. That's going to be the closeout, and that's going to be Horns unfortunately eliminated, but Coach Steve going to be heading even further into the bracket here, a guaranteed top 4 spot for the coach, as every single day he continues to fight, and now
Coach fight.
we have to do the same. Time to go into the winners finals here, but before we go into the winners finals, let's take a look at the bracket as we get in. Whew, Yurikov looking like the man to beat, I gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I said the storyline going into this is that Yurikov has been really the only player who's been able to be competitive against the Mexican scene when it comes to North America, right? And look at it. You have a player representing Mexico through Dark King up against Yurikov coming up.
Absolutely. And then in that losers here, Maigo has earned the spot here as well as Coach Steve. So 3 out of 5 the rest of the way, with the exception of our one loser semis match. So we just still have 1, 2 out of 3 left. But otherwise, we are getting into the long sets, getting into the nitty-gritty, and getting down to crowning another champion. TNS9 slowly but surely is creeping towards its end, and I'm a little sad. I'm having a great time, dude.
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic time as well, and hopefully it won't be the last one here. But of course, there is still plenty of action going forward even after this top 8, so make sure not to go anywhere and keep it locked in for TNS9. But now it's time to jump into our top 4. A little bit of extended sets here, 3 out of 5 for this game.
Let's see. I mean, we'll have to see how Yurikov, is able to kind of deal with what Dark King brings to the table, because Dark King's Duolon, from what we've seen so far in the top 8, has been the standout performer. Dolores also was able to do some cleanup duty, but that's all that it really was, right? The cleanup duty.
Yes. And the question is are you familiar with the shenanigans that Duolon can do in this game, right? Of course, he's coming into KOF 15, was one of the most popular characters in KOF 13. But things are a little bit different here, and how familiar are you with this version of the character?
Yeah, I mean, that's, I'm glad that you say that too. The thing that got me interested in KOF was that set, and everyone that's watching knows exactly which one I'm talking about. That was like one of the most legendary, like, fighting game sets of all time. Definitely cool to get to see. That was the Duolon popularized, because in 13, I was an Evo Duolon.
What was that, Reynold and Paco, is that what it was?
Oh, Mad KOF.
Oh, Mad KOF, okay, I'm thinking of a different set then.
Definitely cool to get to see. But enough about the past. We have future Duolon here to stay.
And then also the Rugal. Bro, the Rugal is crazy.
No Duolon says, I'm not bringing it to the table.
It's the Clarkening!
He's here. They told me not to come, but I came anyways.
You can't ban the Clark, all right? Still my beating heart. And he's on point. Clark up against Meitenkun. I actually like this a lot. I feel like Clark is pretty good in a lot of these different matchups, even against zoners. That 2D is so good. Getting any kind of trade with that JA or even coming in with the JA is a great jump in normal.
Yeah, the momentum starts to build too. I mean, this is a character that not only is a crowd favorite, but it's my favorite.
I love Clark, bro. I used to be a Clark hater way back in the day. But
you were. You said sauceless. I will never forget that.
I've come around. All right. I've learned the error of my ways. And even my king custom in Tekken is Clark.
I respect that. All right, let's see it. Off the start, immediately gets in with the JA. Trying to space this out though, Yurikov. Not unfamiliar with the matchup here, but familiarity doesn't necessarily save you.
Oh, jump to the other side, able to score the low. EX tackle into the rolling death cradle. We don't care about Oki, we want you in the corner.
But it's good, gets a clean touch.
Oh, but there we go. EX DP into the dash punch. And look at that, 2D is going to be the button here. He's doing it every single time. Such great range on it, and sets up Clark to start running his game plan.
Oh, there's a clean jump in though. Not perfectly overhead, not going to work out. Does find the throw though. I like that little run stop.
EX in the corner, able to get the full pickup. There's the kill. Clark is down and out for the moment. Meitenkun coming out on top.
Okay, Rugal off the start. Use that fireball. It's a great effect there. Is able to stop the dash punch.
All right, challenging there with the 2As. Oh, but the dash punch coming in, gets the follow-up as well. Same side. That looked like it was going to cross up for sure.
Definitely showing a good amount of matchup knowledge as well. We see some people get bullied out in these situations where Rugal goes for that little dash forward, that special move. People let that rock too often. A lot of the times, depending on which version is used, you can kind of get a follow-up or interrupt it before it even happens.
Still not able to get the kill here. Baits out the cutter and is able to get the punish. Didn't even need anything big there. So Yurikov thinking about, am I going to roll up my sleeves or not roll up my sleeves?
A tough choice, but maybe not for him here. Gets the knockdown, level 1. And you talked about it earlier, the Oki this character gets off spent meter in the conversation for the best in the game here. But unfortunately, it was cornered in that spot, so there wasn't too much of a mixed staff to deal with. Just that strike throw.
With the 5B into the quick max, what a confirm. Bro, you look at these quick max confirms that they get, it's no wonder that a KOF player got so far in Capcom Cup.
Yeah, like
It's literally just drive rush.
oh my god. Making the slide, pushed away. Yurikov on the Blue Mary.
Sweet ball again. Yeah, get that DP at the end for the neck breaker. And the disarmor. Mary, such an interesting character as well. Has been so consistent in the lifespan of this game. Never quite top tier, but always around there.
Yeah, definitely in the conversation at all times here. There's the throw, though. Looks like a sweet little spin Rooney action. Unfortunately, the 5-time does not land.
Oh, here we go, jumping on in. Nice back roll there from Yurikov, creating a little bit of space. EXDP, that was kind of scary, just inches away from whiffing. Ooh, the punish there on the slicer.
Okay, they're just going to cash out straight into the meter here again. The mix-up about to be diabolical here. Goes for the roll. Nice TP.
No. Yeah, and Yurikov coming out on top in game number 1 there.
So what mix-up?
No.
Talking all this mix-up up.
Here
Straight
we go.
to order select. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to see a change in the characters here. I respect that.
I wonder if we do get rid of the Clark. Oh no, we just wanted to change. Oh yeah, it was order select, not character select. What am I talking about? To the Pow Pow Cafe.
If you are a Clark player, you are very familiar with playing order select roulette.
Really, yeah.
Because there's a lot of matchups you need to move them away from.
It is really interesting how I feel like Clark players do go back to order select more than anyone else just to play that mind game.
My favorite is when the Clark player goes to order select and they don't change anything. And,
And then the opponent does change and I got you. And then they win. That's my favorite.
Genius.
You thought.
Round 1. Ready?
But now bringing in Rugal to face Meitenkun. Interesting.
Yurikov not looking too worried here. Content with his order. Still fireball game looking okay. Doesn't get a punch on dash punch from that one. Looked like it was just well spaced enough.
Oh, but a clean jump in. Oh, tried to roll forward there, a little cheeky. Maybe trying to bait out some kind of a DP. I think that's probably what it was, trying to roll through a DP.
Probably, but either way, after that, it's going to get this clean whip punch there with the stand C. Dash punch, easy punish in response as well.
Yep, into the cutter. Clean damage. But man, Yurikov's been so on point with these throw techs too. There's the reflector. Ah, that makes sense. That's why we would put Rugal on front, right? To have access to the reflector to deal with Meitenkun's fireballs.
Oh, but unfortunately, that does not answer the flash kick. So a very nice answer there. Able to close that one out. Yurikov still looking focused here in this 3 out of 5 set winners finals, obviously.
Nice DP able to land right there around start.
Fucking one grab. All it takes to get the momentum rolling. All you gotta do is drop that elbow once, but now down into the orange.
It's proven to be really difficult here. The spacing from Yurikov has just been so on point. Even with his own sweep, the dash punches, the CDs. Dark King can't find a avenue in, but finally does there with the backbreaker.
Oh, maybe he was looking for the OS there. The 2C doesn't quite reach, so after the roll.
Oh, nice. Roll forward, but still forced to block a second fireball. That fireball recovers so fast, and in the air-to-air situation, Yurikov comes out on top.
And the jump A working out beautifully afterwards.
He's got your stick.
Not anymore.
Oh,
That's
dang.
a long story. Maybe that is my stick. No, I'm just
You can think about it in the black loading screen.
my God. Overhead, not quite there. Still all right. Keeping that pressure, looking for the sweep, and gets the trade, interestingly enough, with the grounded normal there on the bicycle kicks.
And the dash punch coming through. Figuring out how to shut down the dash punch is one of the hardest parts about going up against Yurikov's Meitenkun. Oh, the OCV? Not quite. And there it is, able to get the hit. Sleepy Boy OCV. Yurikov up 2-0, one game away from moving on to grand finals.
Yeah, putting that shoulder down, definitely clutched it up Like you said, one more game potentially will set yourself up. Yurikov with a set to give. I don't know if anyone would be able to make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're gonna switch big time. Hydern
bringing in the top tier, also bringing back in the dualong now. I mean, this is the last opportunity, right? So you need to make something work. Something needs to change. So I don't blame him for going back and making a massive change there. But in response, Yurikov is going to bring Isla up to the point position.
Get ready for a battle of titans.
I love Hydern.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. I've just learned that I like simple characters. I want a fireball and an anti-air. I'm getting old, bro.
And also to note, just wanted to double check to make sure I was correct. Yurikov hasn't dropped a game this tournament.
Ooh.
So yeah, not a single person has been able to take a game off of him at all.
Round 1. Ready? Go.
So let's see here, dualong on point going up against Isla. Trying to go for that run-up throw. Let's see if we can utilize those long limbs to zone her out, but it's not looking too likely at the moment.
Anti-air strong. Look for that little poke with the sides. We'll try to go for the roll. Nice throw.
Oh, trying to go for the double taco.
The triple decker right afterwards gets the throw.
Empty jump into the throw. Nice tech though from Dark King. But Dark King still unable to get Yurikov off. The offense has been relentless here. Overextension there on the taco attempt. And finally, Dark King getting some hits in. But that is a big drop.
Oh, good use of the super though. As the anti-air, slow moving fireball dashes underneath. Nice block.
And hitting the brakes there on that command dash. Just catching you off guard.
And even with the loss on point there, dualong, definitely a difference maker. A significantly better showing coming out here at the start of this one.
Yeah, giving Dark King's Rugal an easier time to try and even things up, right? With the meter that we got, if we can get one clean jump in, one clean punish, we can cash out and close it out. Woo! Advancing strike immediately into the EX. It's not enough to get the kill. Oh, the laser!
You always forget.
I always forget.
You always forget. The laser clutches it. And there you go. Evening up the characters here. 0 resources to spend in terms of meter, though, with Blue Mary coming in looking pretty healthy.
What does this Geese color remind me of? There's something
Rugal's
about it.
color?
Oh yeah, Rugal. I said Geese, didn't I?
It reminds me of something, too. I don't want to say it. I know what it reminds me of. I don't want to say it.
Why
Gets
not?
the throw.
All right, there's the throw. Trying to jump on it again. All right, sent back to the corner.
Jumper is almost there. Good pressure and gets the slide afterwards. Not quite anything to follow, though.
Oh, but the far C able to hit its mark. And goodbye, Rugal. Is it Rogue?
Chat said Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, it is Aquaman.
He has the same
That's
color
crazy.
pants as Peter Griffin.
Oh, no, but he doesn't have the white shirt. It's okay. But yes, Aquaman, you are definitely right, chat.
Thanks,
you.
chat. I opened chat for 1 second because I knew you guys knew. Okay, got the poke, went for the jump in, not quite there. Slow and steady, trying to establish some fireballs when you can, but you can't force it against Blue Mary. Fireball game is not easy against her.
Not at all. But doing a really good job shutting her down, keeping Hydern incredibly healthy now. Let's see, can Dark King be the first person to take a game off of Yurikov here?
Final round. Ready? Go.
This is going to be an interesting matchup.
I feel like oh my god.
That hop, bro! Why did it look like he just did a Magneto dash?
Oh, nice tech. Tries to check the EX pillow, not going to get much from it here. Gets the poke after, no cancel.
Yeah, and I mean, that fireball game is not going to be very effective against Hydern, right? He can answer right back with it. But when you go in, that gives Yurikov the ammunition there with the DP to make something work.
Okay, pressure continues. Tries to go for the sweep with the pillow. Not quite going to be able to find much. Tries to go for the jump over. That is a hell of a button.
Oh, and what a whip punish there on the dash punch. Still dropped to confirm. Wasn't able to get the kill because he didn't have the meter.
Sweep.
No, you're
my
dead.
God.
No, he didn't go for the full confirm. Oh, it was EX. He couldn't.
Rolls away, checking a couple EX pillows here, doing what he can. The EX fireball putting in work,
The
canceling back and forth.
That back roll was insane. Doesn't go for the follow-up there. Dash punch again. It just goes for the raw suck. Unfazed, bro. Look at that. Stone cold face.
2-1.
Well, how do you have just such a straight face after a high-stress round like that? I don't get it.
Hey, listen, build different. Back to the character select, maybe a little bit of switch up. One of the strengths for Yurikov, and for a lot of top-level KO players, he plays a lot of characters, bro.
Absolutely. So far, locking into Meitenkun and Blue Mary. Third is going to be Isla. I think we just wanted to slow down the momentum a little bit here and regroup, which is completely understandable on Yurikov's side. But that's the first time he's bled in this bracket.
Yep, signs of life for sure. But switching up that order a little bit, maybe this will help out. Isla Anchor, it feels like what he's been playing the most. So
I like Meitenkun on point also more than on Anchor for him, right? I feel like Isla with all that meter gets a lot more reward for minor interactions, and Meitenkun's so good at bullying and harassing characters who don't have the meter to get through him. Thinking about your stick? All right, here we go.
Get out of my head.
What?
Whoa, okay, I love that. Great read. Right away, just destroys the limb.
All right, there's the air legs just harassing.
Okay, this is that vortex. We saw the dismantled coach, and now maybe more of the same here. Dualon finally getting started. Unfortunately, drops the combo, but
that's all right, though. Still has a decent life lead. But now Yurikov's starting to pepper him with these pillows. Nice backdash. Able to score the punish.
Air to air. Goes in the way of Meitenkun. Again, that's Seismo, bro. It's so good anti-fireball.
He hit him with the Kid Boo. Here we go, straight into round number 2. Dualon looking incredibly clean and well practiced here for Dark King.
Oh my God, that is a hell of a hitbox on that fireball.
Yeah, the tail end of it, moving so slow. Here we go, confirm in the corner, off of the lights. Into a reset, yes, absolutely. Keep you locked down with the EX Fireball.
There, fake the cross up there, went for the slide underneath, not quite as we get the guard cancel.
Guard cancel being able to kill is so interesting to me. It means that once you're at such low health, offense is so risky.
You're at literally 1 HP when it kills you too.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like, okay, little optic blast action, gets the air there. It's a great jump back.
Able to score the low. I think this is a kill, right, with the God Press? Absolutely.
I guess deleted.
Take a quickie sippy.
He was drinking the water during the God Press. He knew he was gone.
He said, yeah, let's just wrap it up. Let me get hydrated. Stay focused.
Okay, trying to go for the jump back there. Nice DP.
Trying to fish for that far C as well. But man, Yurikov just getting rushed down at the moment. Having a difficult time, like, dealing with this unorthodox team, right?
Came with the throw, though. EX. Optimize it as best you can here. Still has 2 meters left over, so there's a lot of opportunity to come.
And it gets the taco. That is a dead Rugal. And with 36 seconds left on the clock, that's going to be a nice chunk of health coming back to Yurikov, which means this is completely doable. He is at set point.
Yeah, I feel like this matchup is completely doable for Isla as well, if not in her favor.
Right,
Through.
Throw into the low option. Oh, low again. I don't think it's going to be able to kill. No, goes for the reset into the throw, and that's going to do it. Yurikov takes it 3-1. Moves on to grand finals.
Yep. First game he has dropped all tournament long, though, as you said. It's definitely been looking like the player to beat and continues to be. Now gets to rest atop the mountain, waiting for whoever can be able to earn their right to get into the grand finals to see if they can take him off his block. But before we get to that, we have to go a little bit down into the loser side, down to semis for our final 2 out of 3 match.
Yes, this one is going to be a high-stress situation because this is exactly what we were talking about earlier in Guilty Gear. Once you win this one, you are in the hot seat, and you are in the hot seat all the way until you are either out or you win the tournament, all right? So it's a lot of pressure on you, and it's going to be a lot of pressure on either Maigo or Coach Steve, who are the 2 players who are coming up to face each other right now.
Absolutely. The winner semi is definitely this is the pinnacle of the tournament for me, because this is where you find out what people are made of. And when you've made it through all of losers, especially if you went to losers early, some people depending on their seed qualified for top 8 of this tournament with only winning like 3 matches. So a lot of people came into this really, really fresh. Other people, if you lose early, you have to play a grind of matches in a row. You have to fight your way through, because unfortunately, the winners have it easy.
That's true. That's true. That's why they're called winners, right? But here on the loser side of the bracket, this is where we scratch and claw and we fight to get our way to that trophy.
I'm definitely excited to get to see the crowd has definitely been very much in favor of Maigo as well. They've definitely been loving what they see. Coach Steve, always a crowd favorite. The biggest smile on his face every single time. Definitely one of the homies for sure. And a player that you just can't help but root for. You'd love to see him succeed, man. Yeah,
and he is so strong in many different fighting games as well. And the interesting part is normally you see a lot of players, they have an archetype, right? They like to play the grappler. They like to play the big body. Coach Steve is all over the place with the characters that he plays in different fighting games, right? Like in Street Fighter, he's very good at Blanca, which you would not expect based off the team you see him play in KOF.
Yeah. Plus he kind of forged his path. There is a team in Marvel named after him. The Coach Steve team is designed by him. He was playing it for a very, very long time and kind of developed a play style of Nova that kind of was the blueprint for everyone else. I said it on Marvel Commentary last night. He's your favorite Nova's favorite Nova. He's super, super strong in that aspect. And it's cool to see him with that legacy continue to do so well, even here in King of Fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. But now it's time to get into this character select. Oh, yeah, make sure you disconnect those pads. Keep that in mind, everyone.
Priorities. My round 3 in Street Fighter that happened, and I ended up losing. I'm not going to elaborate, but yeah, that wasn't great. I was super unhappy.
Hey, man, you got to disconnect, and that's your own fault.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean that I'm happy about it.
It's all right. I didn't even make it to round 3.
All right, let's see. It's time to get through it.
Okay, Andy Bogot, so we're kicking things off with Geese, Andy Chizuru. And of course, on the flip side here, it's going to be Dolores, Terry. Coach Steve coming through with that, following suit from last game.
Yeah, I believe, wasn't this his original team?
Yeah,
he was playing this, and then he started to cycle in Ralph a little bit. But yeah, this was, I'm pretty sure this was his day 1 team.
Yeah, for sure. We've had a lot of great character variety before, seen many different characters on the screen. Even yesterday, I went over to the largest McDonald's across the street. Pretty sure I saw Cronin over there. So, a lot of great character variety here for sure.
I miss Cronin. Hot take. I don't care. He's cool. I miss him. He's so sick.
He's dead and buried.
I miss the anchor.
He's like a bad ex.
I miss the anchored pistols at sunset type of situations you got when everybody had meter. It was so sick. All right, let's get into it, though. Enough about our friend. While he's flipping burgers, Geese is out here running the town.
Absolutely, big boss man. But let's see if Geese can get through Mai. Nice with the whip punish there on the 5B. Takes to the skies, tries to go low.
That counter hit in the air, definitely huge. Gets those staggers, walks him all the way to the wall with the staggers too. Good control from Maigo.
And I like that. Not trying to chase Steve up to the air once you see the wall stick. Just allow him to get out of the corner, reset neutral.
Yeah, and then Steve makes a big mistake, goes for a bad slide, but okay, Shatter Strike, gonna correct that error quickly.
Oh, empty jump, but it's Coach Steve who gets thrown instead and gets clipped by the JB. Goodbye, Mai.
Straight into the super, definitely the correct decision for sure. And again, this is the last short set, loser semis. This is 2 out of 3, so a little less time to adapt on this one for both players.
Oh, and the guard cancel backwards, recognizing the end of that string there. Gets a big punish. Oh, empty jump command grab. Dolores classic. Does it again! This time it catches the roll.
Predictable.
Damn. You said it, not me.
I respect that. Very nice there from Coach. Andy gonna be the next one to come up here. Doing a good job with the Mud Monster, being able to just, cancel out the fireballs as best you can. Has to step away from the EX, jumping, comes through, gets the clean hit.
Cross up into the elbow, level 2, take her to the skies. Bro, your health bar. Absolutely eviscerated.
He gets the throw for the punish as well.
But I love that throw. He really just yeets you across the stage. All right, this is the most work we've seen Andy do for Maigo so far tonight. Follows up the slow fireball with the elbow, and that's going to be enough.
Okay.
Ready?
Can the Terry make it work?
The battle of brothers here. The Bogard brothers. Here we go, goes for the neutral jump, trying to bait out that rising tackle.
Liberally applying the stand D as well. 5D so good.
Not a lot of damage on that super, but we did put Terry into the corner. Wow! DP into super there. Just really sent it.
Finds that throw again. Beats him into the snow.
All right, Burn Knuckle coming through. Try to create that space. Just missed that jump into Tampa. There's the Shatter Strike immediately into EX Fireball. I don't know what we were expecting off of that, but I don't think it's what Maigo really wanted. Now still stuck in a dangerous position, and there's the punish.
Yeah, just a clean way to be able to get the stop sign going here. Not a lot of life left over, but more than enough here. The meter, I feel like, is the biggest situation here, because I don't know how you stick to her. You kind of just need to kill her in one hit as Terry, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. She's so good at keeping out a lot of characters, and is going to be great at keeping out Terry for sure. You're seeing trying to get in with these burn knuckles. He's already been stuffed twice, even on the EX, and there it is. Blocks the clone. Chip damage is going to do it.
First game already in the books here. Maigo looking very, very strong. Coach, gonna go straight back to character select here. So it looks like we're gonna get a big switch up. Let's see what the decision ends up being. I expect to see a little O.Yash back in the mix here.
Yeah, I think Terry's out. There it is. Sorry, Mr. Bogard.
I mean, I love Terry. But unfortunately, it's just one of those things. I feel like one of the weaknesses of Terry, while like we've said before, he is still a good character. One of the weaknesses is the second you don't have meter, what are you really afraid of?
Yeah, that's about it, right?
But with O.Yash.
Bro, you can be afraid of everything. It doesn't matter how much meter he has. And then when he has the meter, you got to be afraid of everything.
Fear God, absolutely.
Yeah, the fear of God, for sure. No character puts the fear of God in you like O.Yashiro. Okay.
I'm no longer thinking about the stick. I've moved on. I'm a bigger person than I was last loading screen.
That's crazy. Very good. It's going to be Geese versus Mai, kicking things off once again. That close C, I should say. Standing close C, such a strong tool for Geese. Just shuts down the hot pressure, shuts down cross-up attempts.
Yeah.
Does your taxes.
Okay, we're jiggling for something. I like the little buffer.
Able to get that throw tech. After that whiff top CD, Coach Steve just landed into nothing. Unfortunately, just giving a bit of the pressure to Maigo, but now we're right back in.
That didn't even combo off the jump in there. It was just a clean touch afterwards. Wasn't quite ready to block in that spot.
Right, there's the sweep. Nice back roll, creates space, gets a little tap there with the 5A, but that leads into more for us.
So comes Zoo for the second time. Pressure in the corner. If Mai gets away, it's going to be trouble here, but might not have the opportunity. Anything will do it now.
Oh, jump in over the fireball. Not quite able to get a punish. There's the air to air. Oh, all these stray hits, but no confirms, and is finally able to get the throw, getting rid of Mai.
Reach for the top. Ready? Go!
One bar built up here for Coach Steve. Will evade the fireball at the start here. Look, it's a tough one to come in here as O.Yash. Obviously, you want to close that distance, but with the normals and the presence, never mind. It is an easy matchup.
Yeah.
The Geese sucks. O.Yash, the true king. Nice finish.
O.Yash rules, Geese rules.
Both point characters
I feel like those big normals are definitely kind of a stop sign for him.
They
and
are.
He can't have trouble to get across, but, you know, not quite there this time.
Yeah, the problem is just that Geese didn't have a lot of life really left
Yeah.
to work with, right? Even after getting hit by one of those supers, you could challenge back. But speaking of challenging back, here comes Maigo with Andy Bogard, taking about half of Yashiro's health down with one solid confirm.
Wow. Come here.
Fireball. Oh, come here again. My man's a hugger and a fighter.
Like, it's the most dangerous combination.
Oh, but here we go, level 1. Time to hold on to this Oki. Left, right, high, low. What's it going to be? Oh, and he crosses up into the corner, but doesn't get the full confirm on it.
Okay, had recovered from that way faster than I thought he would.
This is still anyone's round. A pivotal round as well. See, Maigo really playing this in and out game. It's making Coach Steve second guess how to approach. And there we go, waiting for the fireball for the EX grab.
No more guessing. Only results. Comes in with the EX. Get over here. He said, you know what? I'll come to you. It's fine. I'll come to you.
But now we have to get through Chizuru. And again, you talked about earlier Geese kind of being that stopping sign, right? The stop sign. That is exactly what Chizuru is as well with those clones. She has great range as well on top of that with her normals.
Yeah. And I was going to say, no one expects the O.Yash to be able to get the win at that point there. All you need to do is whittle down as much as you can, maybe make her spend some meter. Unfortunately, couldn't quite do it, but Dolores has a very good shot here, I'd say, even with the meter deficit.
Yeah, and it's set point now for Maigo, right? Remember, this is the last 2 out of 3 match. Maigo definitely doesn't want this to go the distance to a game 5, but now he needs to figure out a way to escape from this corner. Oh, with DP, that is really unfortunate. Going for something that risky this late in the game.
Oh, sneaky empty low, is able to get the confirm.
Oh, and you might be done here. Chip is a factor, but it's not going to matter. Punish on the guard, cancel. And Coach Steve takes it the distance.
You hear the crowd, it said, Steve!
So Steve!
I mean, that's just Steve also, as a crowd favorite, is just blessed with a very yellable name. Steve is just a good name to yell.
It is. It really is.
No.
And so is Coach.
Coach is also a really
Coach!
good one. All right, let's see. Maigo considering some things. Maigo, every time they've gone to character select and have considered things, they've hovered Ash. I wonder.
Ash is a interesting pick, all right? I'm of the mind that if you're going to go Ash, you might as well just pick Iori because you're going to get way more reward. But hovering over Yamazaki. Okay. So letting the Andy go and going back to Yamazaki.
Okay.
Remember, last time we saw Yamazaki, poor guy did not get to do anything really at all on the screen. So instead, going back to the OG team, seeing if Yamazaki, things are different this time.
Yeah, if this is your first time watching KOF, you probably have a skewed perspective of Yamazaki. This character is very good. He just has not gotten very much mileage in this tournament so far. People have just had great answers, and the Yamazakis just haven't been able to close the distance like they normally do. It just hasn't worked out nearly as well as it normally does.
Yeah, and Yamazaki is always that kind of character that wants to capitalize on really strong footsies, which is what he has. But like you mentioned, just hasn't gotten the opportunity yet.
Let's see, though. To secure a spot in losers finals.
Round 1. Ready?
Again, final 2 out of 3 set here. Straight into the slide. Jumps over the reflect. Is able to get back to neutral.
And so switching things up, Chizuru on point against Mai. Two characters with kind of similar tools, right? But there's the reflect. Pop CD. Now it's time to close the gap. Ooh, nice block though from Maigo. That was a little tricky coming out from Coach Steve, and now Coach Steve is going to pay for it. Lockdown in the corner, having to hold all this pressure.
Yeah, standing reset definitely was the crux of everything once we were able to get that turned around here. Coach Steve, guard gauge starting to suffer here, which is one of the biggest threats from Chizuru, but the throw!
Dash on in. CD from far away to catch you trying to press a button, but there's a clean, full jump from Maigo, finally able to escape. Nearly dead even in health.
Roll away, definitely strong in that spot. Gets the sweep.
Nice 2C preventing Coach Steve from escaping. But the Shatter Strike blowing on through. If you're going to keep pressing buttons, why not spend it?
Oh, nice jump away. I really like the idea there.
Oh, tries to go for the advancing strike, but not going to work there. Maigo with the life lead. Coach Steve needs to get in and make something happen.
Oh, but in the end, Maigo, a lot of the times that is such a strong strategy when you know your opponent has to approach like that, just switching it up on them, trying to get aggressive, trying to catch them while they're recklessly abandoning their own safety, trying to get in there.
Now being a little bit more measured here with O.Yashiro. Just waiting for the right opportunity to go in, but instead it's Maigo is the one who is the aggressor, makes the first move.
Jabbing to nothing. Still all right. Oh my.
Did he just grab the clone?
Goodbye, soldier. Jesus. Gets put to sleep.
Not the GTS, bro.
Reach for the top. Ready?
And now here he comes, Geese Howard. Geese with nearly 2 bars on deck. We mentioned about those stop signs before. Coach Steve really likes to go for that advancing grab.
Yeah, especially against these fireballs here, but pressure continues. Guard cancel, and the triple dash, the smooth criminal. Get me out of there.
Oh, nice with the 2D punish there on the whip command grab attempt. All right, roll back, create a little bit of space. You have the range here for Maigo. No reason to go in recklessly. Nice neutral hop A. Again, just stuffing. Trying to stuff Yashiro preemptively before he can come in and try to start to run that offensive game plan. But that is a big whiff. Luckily, it didn't go south for Maigo.
Like that answer. Oi. Gonna go for the cross up, looks for the high. Clean connection. Just builds the bar too smart. He does the math.
And now this is going to lead to a possible one-touch kill situation. But we just wake up with auto combo.
Had to.
And look at him laughing, saying, yeah, you know.
You can get away with one here and there.
That's crazy. That is actually insane. But hey, if it works, it works.
That's definitely the ancient proverb. It hit.
Now a little bit of a wiggly pressure here. Shimmies back and forth, trying to find time with a button press. Gets the confirm. There's the pickup. Was waiting to see that.
Okay, command throw leaves you with not a lot of life. Well worth it to spend that meter. Get rid of the character here. Brings it down to the anchors.
It's also going to, you know, cut the time a little bit, which means you get more life back instead of trying to crack open a really defensive Geese. Now you just have to try to get through this Yamazaki. Let's see if Yamazaki can finally get something started. He's definitely been the weakest link in the chain.
Okay.
You know what they say, Proxy, teams are only as strong as their weakest member. So let's see what Yamazaki can do. Getting a few touches in, but still no substantial confirms.
With the snake arm, not going to be able to find it here. Plenty of meter. Guard cancel roll just to get away a little bit.
Nice, I like the 2D. spacing game here. We're not throwing out any snake arms or really any normals in neutral, right? Yamazaki is so good at building meter and kind of making your opponent cautious to approach when you're just whipping snake arms from long range.
Wow, after the guard cancel, big opportunity here for Coach. Goes for the jump in, same side!
Oh no, but even got a little reset, just didn't believe in it.
Oh my God, the air to air into the jungle anywhere. Coach Steve.
Stellar fight. These two
And hugging it out. Unfortunately, Yamazaki wasn't able to bring anything to the table for Maigo, but his other characters definitely very impressive, putting on a great show, taking him all the way to 4th place.
Absolutely a stellar performance from Maigo, and that is going to set up Coach Steve to try and get the run back here. That duel-on was a nightmare in that last situation, and after that, Yurikov still waiting atop the mountain.
Yeah, but before we get to that, we are going to throw it to a quick ad break, and we will be back with some more top 8 KOF15 action, so make sure not to go anywhere.
Welcome back to TNS 9 and the conclusion of the King of Fighters. We told you it wasn't going to be a long break. Hopefully you didn't go too far away. Hopefully when you do get back, you know, have your snacks. I'm a little jealous. I'm in a snack kind of mood. But, you know, it's time for us to get into our top 3. Proxy and King Jobber taking you the rest of the way as we have Coach Steve facing off against Dark King. He's getting his run back.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if he'll be able to actually come out on top and move forward into grand finals. It's going to be 3 out of 5 the rest of the way through here. So we'll see how things turn out. You get a little bit of an extended set. You get a longer time to adapt, but also it means that it's more grueling, right? You have to play these long sets against these really strong players, and that is always difficult.
And as we said before, I alluded to it a little bit before we got into the ad break, and now we are getting into it. Dark King's duel-on was a terror coming in. It did very, very well against Yurikov, and against Coach Steve, it was the star of the show, killing 5 of 6 characters on Coach's teams in those 2 games.
Which is absolutely insane. So I wonder if Coach Steve has kind of thought about an anti-duel-long operation, right? How do we shut down this character? How do we deal with them? It honestly could be just that he's not familiar with the way that the character works in this game, because there really aren't that many people who are playing him at a high level, right? And especially because he's got his time divided among a bunch of different fighting games, that he might just not have that experience.
Speaking of his time being divided between multiple fighting games, Steve is actually in Grand Blue top 8 right now as well. So, you know, your boy is out here cooking. He's doing his
Holding
thing.
up our bracket.
Absolutely he is. But, I mean, he's a wonderfully strong, oh my God, what's that character's name? Siegfried. He plays Siegfried.
Yeah, Siegfried.
He's very good.
Well, I can't complain too much then. We do enjoy some Siegfried over here, some big swordmen, all right?
Absolutely. But before we talk too much about that and we get too far into it, let's take a look at the bracket, take a look at how we got here and how these sets kind of went.
Yeah, so of course, you know.
Just never mind. We don't
Production!
I don't want a bracket. I don't even want to see it. I didn't want to see it anyways. It was on the thing, so
there
I thought,
it is!
yes, sir!
Woo! Let's go, let's go,
On
let's go.
to the bracket. Take a look, everybody, at what we got going on here.
All right, of course,
I
on the
don't want to
winner's side, Dark King did defeat Coach Steve 2-0, but ended up falling to Yurikov in a fantastic 3-1 set. The first person to ever do any damage to Yurikov at all. Yurikov, like we said, has been unstoppable. He is the man to beat here, taking down Maigo 2-0 and is now sitting in grand finals winner's side after defeating Dark King.
Yep. Coach Steve, we'll have to see if he's able to win that run back and get to Yurikov. I know that Yurikov plays against most of the North American scene quite often, so everybody knows what they're in for when it comes to this guy coming up. But we'll see if it ends up happening that way. It's going to be a long road ahead. If Coach is going to be winning here and winning in Grand Blue, he is about to be a menace to everyone.
He will. He
to
will.
the players
absolutely be
and
nice.
to the TOs.
For sure, but we've had a lot of great character variety so far in this top 8. It has been a ton of fun. And, you know, KOF15, it's had a pretty good lifespan so far. We really don't even know if it's done yet, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out more coming up at the SNK World Championships very, very soon, later in the month here. And I'm curious, you know, are we going to get more characters? Are we going to get another balance patch? Or is more of the focus going to be on Garo going forward, right?
Yeah.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I know I'm so excited about that. I hope all of you watching at home are just as excited as I am, because I feel like it's SNK's real big opportunity to make a huge splash in this modern fighting game landscape.
No, definitely agreed. I feel like there's absolutely a lot of opportunity, especially with how well received most of the modern games have been for sure. Guilty Gear had a great launch. KOF had a phenomenal launch. Street Fighter 6 had a really, really nice launch. So overall, it feels like most of the communities are very open, very welcoming, and very ready for new content, and especially for the SNK heads, because SNK has some of the most loyal fans to their games, whether it's Sam Show, KOF, or anything in between. There's a lot of people who are very invested into the scene, so it's exciting to get to see them, get what they deserve and see what us get what we deserve.
And we got one of those in our own home as well. Shouts to TNS, Rome himself. If you're watching, we love you, buddy. Sad we couldn't see you here, but we're carrying the torch for you for some KOF action here at TNS.
Absolutely. Definitely excited to get to see how Rome goes and how he's, how he's doing. That's my boy.
Rome's so great.
We'll see. As we said, top 8. Just waiting on one Mr. Coach Steve, Mr. Stevethan. But we'll see as it goes. Again, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here. TNS 9 continues to go on. Grand Blue versus going on right now. Coach Steve locked in on the winner's side right now. Rome in the chat, by the way. He says that he loves us. That's my boy. Your job's it's okay, bro. It's all right. You're good. Like you see, a lot of good action has come throughout this tournament. I just want to say, thank you. I've been saying this on every single different stream. I've been saying it to every single different community, and I've meant it every single time, I promise. It is unbelievable to get to see what we have here. TNS filling up this ballroom, having this many people here to support, this many people watching the tournaments involved, whether it's online, offline, or everything in between. Dude, just thank you for sticking with us, man. It is unbelievable to think that it has been built up from like 2 or 3 of us sitting in Tong's house drinking and just like playing Marvel to like 3 people watching to this. So just thank you again for continuing to support, continuing to do your thing, and I hope that we get to throw even more cool events for you guys, whether it's online, offline, or everything in between. So just thanks. I'll just get it out of my system for the one time, but so we don't have to end up getting emotional. But, TNS 9. And I do want to say also, huge shouts to Space Station Gaming, who has been powering up the event. Definitely cool to get to see, and very nice to get to, work with such a cool company and get to, see that kind of stuff come through. But when's the Spelling Bee? Spelling Bee has already occurred. Chat, I have you right in front of me, by the way, AMA, while we're waiting on Mr. Coach Steve. We are just, he is in winners right now of Grand Blue. And like I said, he's not only a terror to his opponents, but he's also a terror to TOs because he just wins everything. Spelling Bee was yesterday. It was won by Shark Party. The come from behind victory, I think, was coming in probably, I feel like, no, I'd say it was probably in the middle of the pack for expectations for most people. But ended up working out beautifully. That was yesterday, though. It's already finished. You can check the VOD of that. I'm sure it's going to get uploaded to YouTube. If not, you can check it out on the TampaNeverSleeps channel. On Twitch, you can scroll back and check that out. Commentating guy, my top 3 wish list for Season 3 KOF. Character list wish list. Okay, so my character wish list, I will just say up front, everything that I want is already in the game. I got everything I ever desired. Clark and Kim were the things that I was looking for, really. Everything else was just kind of icing on the cake. I'm not really sure what else I would like to see. Jobber had a great idea that he has talked about quite a few times that I really, really enjoy, which is a Team WWE.
That'd be fire. Sorry, guys. Had to run to the little Jobbers room.
Kind of ridiculous, but
yeah, Team WWE would be fire. I mean, they already have a relationship with SNK, right?
They do, yeah.
Whether it be through the mobile game, having tons of different characters. You have The Rock cutting promos on Iori, which is kind of crazy.
I would say my number 1 most wanted character would probably be Mr. Karate.
Yo,
if
Mr.
I had
Karate,
to pick
for
one,
sure,
that's definitely my one right now. But I don't have too much that I've got decisions on. But
yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it does end up being a Season 3. I could see, maybe if the focus is going forward is on City of the Wolves, that they might possibly just give us an extra boss character, maybe 2 characters in a final balance patch.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that happening, but time will tell, right? There's not much more time to wait to really figure out what the future holds for SNK and holds for the King of Fighters. We're gonna find it all out at the SWC.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing to get to watch. It's going to bring us a lot of clarity when it comes to it, get to see some of the new stuff, potentially where we're headed. I'm excited. Hopefully, I won't be too disappointed if we don't, but I would love to get like a roadmap would be perfection to be able to kind of, you know, see what we've got, see where the future is holding, how much more there is for KOF15, how much more is going to be invested, as well as, like you said, Garo, a lot of stuff coming through with that, so more information there.
You know, my character that I wanted more than anything in KOF 15 was I wanted Marco, or Butt, from Garo. But now that we're getting City of the Wolves, I'm already going to get my wish, bro. He's going to show up for sure.
There you go. Easy peasy. But yeah, that would be my top one. Otherwise, honestly, truly, everything I want is already in the game, so I don't have a very long character wish list for this game. I am very lucky. I get super spoiled. Everything I want for DLC somehow comes true, so...
Yeah, lucky you, huh?
The only DLC that I want that I haven't gotten is Zappa in Guilty Gear.
Maybe one
everything
day,
else
maybe
is
one
already.
day, we'll see.
Everything else is locked down for me.
Bro, Zappa with the
Easy
flip
peasy.
ghost, I'm telling you. But it's been a great tournament so far. Of course, if you all are tuning in, thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are waiting for Coach Steve, who is literally right here behind us, playing on Grand Blue on the main stage, all right? Guys, just too good at fighting games now, so we're sitting here podcasting for you.
Listen, you know, we got to do what we got to do here at TNS9. It's just like online. This is just online, right? You know, we're trying to find a player. We've pinged him in Discord 16 times. He hasn't showed up. That's just where we're at. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. I see production laughing about it, too, because they know. Production has been there adding the players, trying to find them at some point, too, so they know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shouts to Ricky on production here, putting in the work all weekend.
Shouts to everybody who's been running on the production, man. We have a very talented crew of people that have been going through, and specifically shout-outs to Ricky and to Lucas and to Max, who have been the technical directors of the three streams here in the main room, and it has been very, very good work from them as well. They have very full teams. I'm not going to list everyone. It's too many people. You know who you are.
Yeah, for sure. But while we're in this downtime, I want to ask you all, everyone in chat, I'm looking at you right now. Did you guys get to watch the spelling bee yesterday?
We were talking about it a little bit.
Oh, you did? You did
talk about it a little bit. I spoiled that Shark Party won. That's a
They're just too good at
big
spelling.
dub. Big dub.
They're just too good at spelling. What can I say? I believed in them the entire time. Now, Cole, on the other hand. It's all right. It's all right. I already talked about him on the last stream.
My boy Turbulence.
Turbulence, bro.
Oh my God.
It was good.
Like it's just really not even close. The problem was that was not even close. That was a.
The real highlight was Justin Wong not being able to spell deodorant. That was the real highlight.
Was it FGC words? No, it was normal words. You know, I believe someone was eliminated on like idiosyncrasy. It was like it was real words, which I only knew that one because shouts to the South Florida Nogoriyuki player idiosyncrasy. I've read your name so many times that I knew it's CY at the end, not SY.
And then, of course, shouts to Ultra David as well, live tweeting the event. Bro, the quote, that quote is incredible. I'm the Justin Wong of spelling. Man was dying watching these people not be able to spell anything.
St. Cola of the turbulent winds. Rome is wrong, bro. Oh my God, dude.
And that's the kind of fun you get here at TNS, right? Of course, we do have the fighting games. We like to mix things up, do a little bit of silly things here. It's just a really chill environment here at the Wyndham in Orlando. And hopefully, you know, if we get to do another one here, you guys will show up if you didn't get a chance before. But there he is.
Coach Steve, did he win?
I mean, he's smiling, so maybe.
He's always smiling.
Well, if he did win there, I'm going to need him to lose here. Just saying.
He's back. Coach Steve, he was in winner's side, though, so he lost in winners, production tells me. So he's still in.
So he's still in. So we need him to lose here, is what we're saying. We need him to lose here so we can
or
actually
he needs to win
going.
really fast. Just destroy everyone. I need these to be not close. We'll see. Either direction, I'm happy for him. Coach Steve, top 3, super well deserved. Obviously, we say it in jest.
Yeah, of course,
Love to get to see him.
We love Coach Steve here. I mean, he's rocking the TNS jersey as well.
With his own little flair. Definitely cool to get to see. The customization that we're able to do on these things now has been so cool to get to see. Have you actually stopped by the booth?
I have. I've taken a look at the booth. I mean, the booth over there that's customizing a lot of these T-shirts for people, they are also the ones who are putting the names of the winners on the back of the Akatsuki robe.
Creative Workshop, I do believe.
Creative Workshop,
yes.
absolutely.
Super
so
cool.
Shout out to Creative Workshop.
Yeah, they've definitely been doing really, really good work. If you've seen any of the Akatsuki robes that we've handed out as trophies this weekend, they've been handling all of the branding and all of that. But we're going to go straight into it, and we're bringing it out. There's going to be no dual on. He's not going to try and check you with that weird vortex. He's going to try and check you with the straightforward vortex.
The hands.
The Clarkening.
Which point is Clark going to be on, though, which is what I'm wondering.
I feel like you put Clark second because I don't want to fight Mai, and I feel like he does good enough against the... We're going to just rock him Anchor. Okay.
Anchor. Clark Anchor is nice, right? He might not be he might not have the highest explosive burst damage like a lot of other characters in the game, but when he has access to meter, it gives him more utility, a lot more EX tackles off of, trading in the air with Phi or JA.
We'll see. O.Yash on point is going to be the choice here. I mean, I feel like O.Yash of the grapplers has a better chance here than Clark just because his normals are still Yashiro's normals, which are very, very strong brawling type buttons.
Pick a direction and press C. There you go. You're good. And if that doesn't work, hold neutral and press 5B. You're good. And there it is, 5B right off the bat, right? Dark King immediately using that as the measuring stick, but Coach Steve still able to get the first blood.
Couple good trades in a row. JC way too far over, but wakes up with a reversal throw, sets for the reset, and goes same side.
Yeah, dropping her right on her dome. Ooh, into the empty jump there is going to get blown up.
Okay, a couple good trades in a row. Health total's looking relatively even here. Good block on the cross-up.
Oh, but doesn't want to get too aggressive there. Interesting. We're not trying to go in for the big brawl, not trying to make it a scramble situation. Wants to play slow and steady. Thread the needle. Going to block the fireball, goes to the skies, gets the cross up there after the counter hit in the air. Mai is down.
And so devastating to be able to save that bar as well. We've already seen how ridiculous it is with meter when it comes to O.Yash and that mix-up.
And now it's time for the mirror match here between Coach Steve and Dark King, the O.Yashiros.
Coach doing a good job to regulate here. Back to neutral though.
Nice, gets a big whiff punish here. And the OTG, bro, that is the longest OTG I've ever seen. But now pretty much evened up. Dark King does have a massive lead when it comes to meter here, which is going to be a bit scary. But the thing about O.Yashiro is he doesn't really need much more than a bar to be terrifying, right? As long as he can loop you into his Oki, that's all that really matters.
4 meters here though. Fireball is going to be unjumpable. What an anti-air. That is not easy.
No, not at all. And of course he's going to cash out with the level 1. Time to go for a ride. And it's a cross-up. One more time, level 1. This one's going to kill.
The kick is the worst part.
Adding insult to injury.
I feel like it looks like it hurts the most. Kick straight to the midsection, ends up working out beautifully. O.Yash continuing his reign of terror. Clark going to come in full meter, everything involved.
Oh my God, but the standing CD, the blowback, blowing Dark King back into the corner.
Juicy quick activation though, very smart.
All right, but here we go. Level 1, Argentinian backbreaker, hit him with a triple. Toss back, OTG. Now you're in the corner. Oh, we are still pressing into the quick max, but the guard cancel is going to put you right back where you started.
Woo, we threw the break inside.
What?
There's no way. That felt like rollback. Oh my God.
I've never seen that in my life. Oh, there we go. Empty jump into the Argentinian backbreaker. Gets the elbow drop. Patience. Respecting the wake up here of Coach Steve.
Jump doesn't work out. Bay also doesn't find its mark. Not quite there.
Anything will do it here. Just a single touch, even a 2D. 2D is one of those great buttons here for Dark King.
Oi. tried to fish for it. I like that.
Yeah, just barely avoided it. It came out a little too soon before Clark landed back on the ground.
Ready? Go!
Now here has to brawl with Dolores. Runs right into the big boot. Lucky that wasn't quick max. That could be the end of it. But speaking of max mode raw here from Dark King. Not sure if that's what we wanted, but now it's what we have and what we have to deal with.
Definitely kind of an all-in gambit here. Does find it though. Opportunity arises. Couple more mixes remaining. There's one.
Oh, gets it with a standing heavy punch. What a guard cancel into the super command grab. Coach Steve going up game one.
And the crowd definitely loving it here for Steve. Back to the character select.
Do we bring in the do-along? Do you think that's what we're going to see?
Steve got schmixed.
Handled.
In winners.
Handled by duel. Yep, there it is. Immediately bringing him in.
It might have been a fluke, but it feels like it's hard to call it a fluke again when it was 5 of 6 characters died to duel on just vortexing. Pure vortex.
I wouldn't call it a fluke at all. I would call it that that Coach Steve was just not ready for duel-on, right? This character is pretty new and is underutilized. People aren't playing this character, just got recent buffs as well, right? So unless you've been grinding, you've been playing against top-level duel-on players, really understand the buffs, or you play duel-on yourself, it's going to be difficult to really see what's coming.
Let's go. It's time to get into the match once again. One of our favorite Coach Steve. Well, here we go. Duel on. Showing his worth right away.
Yeah, I mean, power is great, right? Bringing in Clark for things like that. But if you can't score the hit, it doesn't matter how much power you have. And duel-on is allowing Dark King to score the hits.
Found the low, goes into the EX. Looks like a drop combo at that point, though. Mai gets the better of it, back to mid-screen.
All right, nice blocks, though, from Dark King. Able to avoid that tricky mix-up there from Coach Steve. Oh, this time, though, is going to get knocked down. That is a punish. Gyro strike block. Get a little 1-2 action there. Two-piece.
Yeah, the punish didn't get nearly as much as he needed it to, though. Does, in the end, still get the anti-air. Restabilizes. Coach watching a little Grand Blue. Scouting the opposition. He's
Keep
still
your focus here. Oh, what a nasty cross-up. Uh-oh, here it comes. Oh, just stays same side, tries to go for the overhead. The little hop over the command grab attempt, and baits out the DP reversal.
That'll clean up once again. Dark King, like we said, it wasn't a fluke.
No, it is not a fluke at all. This duel-long is absolutely cooking. It makes me wonder why he didn't bring duel-long into this match in the first place for game one.
Maybe, listen, we were thinking Vortex. Maybe he was thinking Clark was going to be able to cook it. He's not a high enough level chef, jobber.
Uh-oh, but here we go. Coach Steve accidentally putting himself into the corner with one bad jump in. Dark King about to put on a show. There's the guard cancel backwards, though, able to score the throw.
Yeah, securing the throw in that spot, definitely strong. Here we go once again. Now Vortex time. Oh my. Are you serious? With that dash timing, which side could possibly?
Oh, bro, that throw. He just doesn't even look.
Dude.
That is cold.
Dark King is nasty. And duel-on is out here. Back to character select. Coach said, man, I'm going to pick duel-on.
He says, I'm going to go home and lab this.
No. But there's definitely going to be a switch up here coming from Coach. Let's see what ends up being the decision.
He's thinking about it, too. All right, Mai.
Terry. Ralph.
I mean, we did see Terry earlier, so that could be an option. But we are definitely thinking deep about it. Dolores. And O.Yashiro. Okay, so we decided to stick with the team that we have, just kind of slow down the momentum here of Dark King and get a breather. Remember, this is a 3 out of 5 set.
Yeah.
And they're only one apiece, so there's still 2 more games for both of them to win.
Plus, I think that Terry wouldn't change much. I feel like you would be tearing down one of your characters, depending on which one you swapped out, because you're definitely not swapping Mai or Dolores, I don't think. Those are the 2 characters I feel like Coach has the most success with generally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you'd be tearing down and not really helping yourself too much. You'd be putting in a very meter-hungry character, which would stifle your other characters a little bit going into the rest of the matchups here. I like sticking with the team. Yeah,
and you basically would be forced to run him on anchor as well, right? You wouldn't have as much freedom for where you want to put the characters on your team.
I've seen him play point like once from like one player, but it was one of those situations where it was like he could have done whatever.
Yeah. But we're actually going to bring Dolores onto point this time to deal with Duolong. Wants a little bit more range, right, to try and stuff this advance. And try and go for those trades, the Mud Monster and the Kid Wu Stomp.
Not interested in dealing with the size mode here. Move away, but look at the patience. Look at the spacing. Continues to just find incredible situations. Wow.
Yeah, but not going to be able to get the kill off the advancing strike there. Doesn't want to spend the meter to close this out, which is completely understandable, especially when you have this much of a lead and this much pressure in the corner. And there it is, 2D coming through. Bro, that's stance. I love Duolong's stance. Just the foot way out front. Oh no, too far away for the EX to connect. Coach Steve fighting back, able to score the throw. Oh, threw up the JC just a little too high. I think he wanted a short hop there.
Oh, he almost got him with the slurp once again. Close, but not quite there.
Guard cancel through, immediately into the close C. Yeah, stop on the toes. Chip damage will do it. I like that. The patience to wait for the hit grab to come through. Get the punish.
I like from Coach taking a risk there, but it's unfortunate you have to spend meter to take your risk because, you know, it's the same thing we've talked about multiple times throughout this set is spending meter on a lost character just feels so bad.
Yeah, absolutely. But now, any meter you got, you're going to have to spend it here with Mai to make this comeback. Reverse OCD is what Coach Steve is going to need, but first we have to get through this Duolong, who's been absolutely performing a tear through this bracket.
I appreciate the 5 seed 3 times in a row. If they're going to keep running into it, might as well keep pushing it. Nice anti-air, though.
Sets up a fireball just to chase down behind. Coach Steve smartly just backing up, doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Air to air finally comes through. Finally is able to answer here. Coach Steve, it'll be a hell of a comeback, but we've seen crazier.
Yeah, still 2 more characters remaining, and one of them is Rugal. And of course, O.Yashiro on the end, the even more terrifying character here. All right, standing low. I'd like to see that.
Ooh, preemptive, didn't react. Gotta wait.
Big right hand, immediately goes for the teleport forward. Again, trying to catch Coach Steve pressing. And you see each of these hits that are coming through are staggered because Coach Steve is fishing for counters. He's trying to fish for Dark King to press on like a 2A or a 2B or something.
Oh, it wakes up with the normal, didn't quite get the throw, but still gets the anti-air. Dark King, as soon as the Duolong crumbled here, Coach Steve has been working on a hell of a comeback. Half his life remaining, but O.Yash might be able to clear that on 1 hit.
And that's gonna be it. Level 1, climax, there's no surviving this. Bro, not the seismic toss.
Bro, just because the last ride, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yo, Undertaker, eat your heart out, bro.
Because he does the Hulk super, and then he gets last ride off of it.
It's crazy.
That's Absolutely insane. How you do a pop-up power bomb that ends in a last round?
Pop a power bomb to the stratosphere, bro. Pops you up by literally ripping the earth below you.
Damn.
But now, are we going right into the rematch, it looks like? Coach Steve sticking it out with this team.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking maybe order select, but no. Let it rock. 2-1, Dark King. Opportunity for a run back here against Yurikov. The only player who's been able to make Yurikov seem human today.
That's the thing, Coach Steve has also made him seem human here, right? Dark King still down, or has taken a loss to Coach Steve. There we go, pressure in the corner. Tried to go for the command grab there, but was a little too early on it. And that's an unfortunate thing with a lot of Coach Steve's pressure here, is he's been a little too early on the timing of a lot of things. But this character has been such a problem. You need to shut down Duolon some way, somehow. Again, just a little too early. Just trying to go for that poke. There it is. Air-to-air situation. Dark King comes out on top.
With that said, that is the best Coach has really fared against the Duolon. That's the most we've ever been able to chip off the life bar here. So a much more manageable situation with how close it was last game. We still got ourselves a match.
Yeah, we're slowly but surely figuring out the matchup as we play. But you gotta imagine, it might be too little too late. Unless it's O.Yashiro could take him down right now, it's gonna be a real difficult comeback. Sounds like saying yee. All right, there it is, OTG. Coach Steve does what he needs to. Duolong is down, and now we are tied up. Full health coming back to O.Yashiro.
Okay, air to air, doing well. Surprising to see Rugal being the one to be this aggressive, but is closing the distance post haste.
Oh, and the JB able to hit its mark.
Yep.
This character's so sick, bro.
He's so cool. Nice jump as well. I love that. The bait knew some kind of reversal was coming through and just holds up forward.
Set point now for Dark King. Just has to go through mine, then he can get his run back against Yurikov. Try to prove that he is mortal like the rest of us.
Look for the low, couldn't quite.
Oh, tried to challenge, but gets called out with the Shatter Strike. Huge reward for Coach Steve. Goes for the reset.
Oh, doesn't quite get the full punish there, still all right.
All right, again, resetting after that hop with another one. Just trying to get the overhead. Toss you right back into the corner. Advancing strike, that is going to be plus on block, remember.
Oh, that little side switch, awkward, but still all right. Meaty fireball will do it.
And there it is, Dark King going to move on to grand finals. Loser side, but Coach Steve is out at third place. A wonderful performance from the coach himself.
And yeah, huge shout out to Coach. Obviously, third place is great, but you know, you still got some Grand Blue. Go play Grand Blue. You're still good.
Yeah,
You're in there.
He can still win Grand Blue.
You're still in there, dog. Playing a top tier in that game too. You fine.
You ain't out of it yet, all right. He still has an opportunity to earn that Akatsuki robe as well. But he's already collected what? That's at least 3 headbands that he's got.
Your boy is stacked.
He's gonna have to round the eyes and the mouth.
This is a full execution. But with that, we set ourselves up for the grand finals. And as we said already, Yurikov has been looking unstoppable, set up for success and doing incredibly well. 1 game dropped so far, but it was to this man right across from him. Can Dark King keep this momentum from climbing back into the grand finals and be able to, you know, make Yurikov look like a human being?
Yeah, he's got to reset the bracket, and the king needs to ascend to his throne. But of course, Yurikov looking to put a stop to that. He's not trying to see a reset. He wants to close it out right now, take home that trophy, and take a flight to the LCQ later this month to try and get into that world finals.
Say absolutely. Listen, man. trying to bring the Katsuki robe home to the bunnies. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Checking the phone too, saying, "Hold, I'm about to win this." Well, let's see. Dark King's been getting stronger and stronger as time has gone on, and I really love the duo-along as well.
I do want to say a huge, massive shout out to Yurikov, who has been a supporter for TNS for a very long time. Has been playing in the Strive and KOF brackets for a very long time. Has consistently been a high placer in both of those brackets. So definitely shout out to Yurikov, who has been a long time supporter and definitely just friend of the stream. We love the guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's where he's getting a lot of his practice, too, against so many of these top Mexican players. And he's consistently making top 8 all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you want that practice, too, you already know where to find us, TNS.gg. But enough about the weeklies, enough about that. It's time to hand out another jacket, another headband, and another champion. TNS 9, KOF 15, Grand Finals. It's time to begin.
Let's jump into it. They should do training stages for the hell
For the one time, just to feel something. But no. A little variety. I think my favorite stage is the bar stage.
The bar stage is really good. I do like the beach as well. The beach is pretty nice.
Meitenkun going to be on the point here, going to face off against the Duolon. Overall, still had a pretty even matchup. Last time we saw this, Meitenkun ended up losing to Duolon, but there was a very clean sweep back in response from the Blue Mary.
Yeah, absolutely. So Blue Mary was kind of one of the big deciding factors of the last set between these two. And we did see the swap, right? Of course, he did eventually drop Duolong and try and bring in Clark. That didn't work out in the way that he was imagining here. So let's see if we stick with Duolong the entire way through.
I think with the way that it's been playing against everyone, I think it's certainly the call.
Oh, but there's the punish with the standing CD.
Especially Yurikov's team is not very Clark friendly. Your best matchup on this team is Blue Mary.
Yeah, probably. All right, there we go. Just rolls out of harm's way. Still stuck in the pressure, though. Dash punch into the sweep. DP is blocked, but no punish.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Dash punch gets the jab afterwards here. OTG. And finds the throw.
And player one clinches the first round.
Tucks him in.
What would you call that?
We cut to the water cam?
Hydration, you know what I'm saying? Here's your reminder if you're watching this. A sip of water, please. Your body needs it.
Oh, but there we go. Runs right into the DP. Trying to keep a lot of space here, playing a lot of game with this fireball. Hold this.
Okay, they'll come through for the second time. Still making it work here. In the end, tries to go for a hop forward pretty aggressively. Rugal ends up getting the sweep, resetting things, and gets the air to air.
Again, you see a lot of these hops moving in. Finally gets caught by the cutter. Into the advancing strike. Yurikov's not going to bite, but that is plus frames here for Dark King. Blocks the DP with the safe jump, and now you have to get rid of this boy, please.
Ouch. Speaking of getting tucked in,
We're tied up.
it's tucked into the coffin here.
Dang, bro.
Round three. Ready?
And now here comes Blue Mary.
Okay, I like DP, definitely putting in work. Backs off just a little bit, just to reset the pressure. Reset your spacing here for the jump ins.
Oh, very nice. Backdash DP. Oh, no. I don't think we were expecting that to actually hit. We were probably expecting the far C to just be blocked to go into that command grab.
Okay, suplex. One more time for the fans. Nah, instead, straight to the face.
Yeah, the disarmer still not enough to get the kill. Cutter comes on out, but runs right into Mary's loving arms. Her strong, loving arms. Look, Shermy ain't here. I can make an exception for Blue Mary.
There will be no Shermy in this top 8, unfortunately. We've missed out.
All right, big trade. Yurikov's got to be careful about getting a lot of trades going into this match here because everything is going to add up over time, but might not even matter. Level 2, we want to make sure we get the kill. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Absolutely. Normally, I would say the opposite. I would say it's in your best interest to look for trades like that, but with the amount of time that was left, plus it being O.Yash, you're exactly correct. You cannot look for trades like that. 4 bars. Isla, the final boss. This was the character that was so dominant for Yurikov in the early stages of this top 8, and we're seeing why. Fundamental.
All this meter, trying to go for that quick mode into a quick mix-up. Not going to work, but the Shadow Strike comes through. Going to give Dark King an opportunity here to run some offense.
A little stagger. Ends up turning into level 1. Goes for the Tatsu for the knockdown. Pressure's on. Anything will do it at this point.
And there it is, the low into the quick. Max Yurikov is going to take game number 1 here in this grand final set.
And again, Yurikov coming from the winner's side, so only needs 1 set to be able to lock this down, move forward, and secure their place as TNS champion. We'll see how it turns out between the two, though. I think it was just straight back into the rematch, too, which I definitely agree with. I don't think the orders or the characters were really a defining factor in this one. Everything ended up going fairly evenly. We got into a reasonable, evenly matched 1v1 at the end. The meter deficit really was the big problem. We saw Yurikov started immediately with the flash kick there, was trying to beat the Seismo, as we've seen a couple times already.
Yeah. And now, I like the game plan that we're going here as well, just trying to stick to do-along, right? We don't want to sit back. We don't want to throw out fireballs. Smother this character. Don't let him get too wacky. Don't let him get too crazy. Oh, but the air legs is going to whiff.
It's about to be 0 days since our last nonsense.
Oh, but Yurikov able to block that nonsense. Again!
Whoa.
The double run under. That was nasty. Jumps right to his back. Jump here, sends out the EX projectile. It's able to actually catch the recovery of the back roll there. And now Yurikov in a pretty strong lead at the moment here. If he can get up 2-0, is Dark King able to make this comeback?
I don't know. 3 in a row against a player who really, again, has only dropped 1 game in the bracket so far. Opportunity here, though, with the God Press. Not enough to kill, but the meaty fireball potentially going to look for the chip.
It's absolutely what we're looking for, just throwing out these fireballs here. There's the reflect. There it is, reflects the fireball, point blank. Still in this. Of course, both of them even in health. Yurikov up in the meter here with the Blue Mary, but we've seen what his Blue Mary can do, right? Especially against Rugal over and over.
Okay.
Trying to go for the German suplex, but there's a nice jump out. Whoa, the hitbox on that.
Yeah, Super D cross up. Unfortunately, doesn't get a full conversion there. And I just want to notice again, even in the neutral here, look at the meter difference. Yurikov just doing such a great job of being able to save up this meter while still being relevant in the damage.
Yeah, he's not willing to spend it even off of just these few stray hits, right? He wants something big.
Oh my God. Unfortunately, on the receiving end this time.
Oh my God, just gets hit with a big boot there from the CD. Runs it to the cutter. EX cutter gonna knock you down in the corner. And it's a lot of jumping back from Dark King. He's afraid of those command grabs, you see?
Quick activate, suplexes through the DP. Rugal's gonna die for it, absolutely.
That's crazy that he recognizes that if he doesn't go for the suplex after the sway, he has time to get the close C punish.
I mean, just character mastery just shown off once again. Yurikov anti-air, strong with the standing D. Not a button you talk about as often for Mary, but still effective in its own right.
And there we go. German is able to hit its mark. With the close C there, chip damage is a factor. And just the neutral hop JA. Mary is down, and it's up to Isla versus O.Yash. Dark King needs this. He needs to take this 1-1.
2 bars this time, though. So if we do find these hits, we have plenty of meter to be able to cash out Loop Samoki.
Oh, but there we go, able to score a throw. Rush on in, full on jump. Oh, calling out the command dash forward there into the reset.
Oh my god, and now, see how much life we have left over. It's going to be one touch left, depending on how this goes.
But wake up throw here from Yurikov has so much meter on deck that Dark King is honestly almost in death range.
Oh no, big trouble here. Gonna go for level 1.
Into the reset. Oh, and the throw! Not quite enough to get it though. And the instant overhead jump back. Yurikov is up 2-0 in grand finals.
Absolutely. Just looking for one more. Isla dapping herself up is so
That's
raw. It's so raw. Kind of say, KOF has also been lucky that all of the characters, except for Kula, have been top tier in this game, or at least very cool characters.
Yeah, they are.
Spoiled. I like it.
Gotta be honest. Kula was only top tier for a short while, though. I think even SNK understood that.
I don't miss that 2B. I do not.
No.
I don't miss just getting EX Ray spin to death.
Here we go. This could be the final match of this tournament here. Oh, he got the clean jump in, but landed on the slow fireball. Still able to recuperate, putting the hurt onto Dark King.
Hop over, definitely good. Gets a sweep for the second time. Air to air, strong.
Dashing on in. Oh, he got caught trying to press something in response. Legs challenges with the 2A.
Whip punishing 2. How often do you see that 2C whip punish?
Well, I mean, he's got the range to do it, right? And the reactions, too, more importantly.
Nice sweep on the dash punch. Held even. Gets the trade. Dual on, survives it.
For the first time. This is the first time here that we have seen Dark King come out on top in the point war. But there we go, 2D comes on out, and just like that, the lead is gone. Coming in, even life, even meter, as even as you could possibly get.
Oh, okay.
So last time we saw this matchup, Dark King was constantly going for jump backwards on defense, right? So afraid of the Blue Mary sway, of the disarmor.
See, Yurikov has already cashed out on that with a couple good air-to-airs in a row. Chunk of the life bar taken just off of that.
Oh, throws him out of the Shatter Strike. But the safe jump wasn't quite safe enough. There's the God Press, puts you into the corner.
Safe jump into the low, takes that step backwards, didn't have time for the DP. Twice in a row, that same sequence comes up, did not have time for the anti-air.
A lot of damage being squeezed off of these throws here, just regular throws from Yurikov. Gets the cross up, and goodbye Rugal. Tournament point now for Yurikov.
One character separates Yurikov away from the victory. So close. Oh, Yash. A hell of a wall to have to overcome, though. Really?
That's crazy.
Really?
That's crazy. You said you're that close? Hold this. 4 bars left. We could cash out on a hit. But speaking of cashing out, not able to get the hit after the quick max. That is tragic. All that meter flushed down the drain.
Oh, and then Yurikov says, let me show you how to do it. Spends that bar.
Into the climax. Mary giant swing.
Oh.
Get the kill. And there it is with the trade. Yurikov is your TNS 9 KOFXV champion.
And you can see the deep exhale. I mean, that's one of those ones, especially when you've been playing this long, this many hours throughout the weekend. It feels like you've been holding your breath the whole time. Finally, that sigh of relief. The job is done. Yurikov, incredible performance, super well deserved, and is going to wear the title of TNS champion proudly.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I talked about at the beginning of this top 8, the story was who can take down Yurikov. You just look at it on paper. He is the most consistent player in this bracket. He constantly places incredibly high in many different high-profile tournaments, offline and online. And in the end, no one was able to step up to him, right?
Absolutely. I mean, one game really only dropped the entirety of the bracket, and if that's not dominance, then I don't even know what to say about it, man. Definitely one of the most well-deserving players to be able to win this. And again, I just want to say huge shouts to him for just being a cool guy. He definitely is really supportive of a lot of the younger players. Ends up teaching a lot of younger players, especially he has done a really good job of that in Guilty Gear, and I know in KOF he also does a good job of taking care of a lot of the players. So Yurikov, just a stand-up person and so worthy of the champion title that he has earned today.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to get that nice Akatsuki row, and we are going to be throwing it very soon to our awards. But again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us, so enjoying some good fighting games, enjoying some good King of Fighters action. I can only hope that the game is going to get more support in the future. Of course, the World Tour is coming up very, very soon. We are in final season for what feels like every fighting game right now.
Absolutely. And it's my last time on the mic here at our TNS event, so I just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting. I appreciate everyone for doing what you do, for being a part of the things that we get to do. And I hope that we continue to get to grow together as an FGC and obviously here at TNS. And I hope we get to do even bigger and better things for you guys. So thank you very much for I don't know, for making our dreams come true and continuing to make things as great as they are, because they cannot be as good as they are without the community at large. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, seriously.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It is also my last time on the mic here this weekend for TNS 9. Of course, there's still plenty of other great top 8s coming up. But for you and me, it's time to sit down and drink, right?
It really is, dude. Absolutely. A pleasure as always. We're getting our players together. It looks like we got most of them here. We're going to be tossing over in just a moment, so you guys are going to be able to check out this award ceremony.
And Grand Blue's still going on behind us as well. You can hear the crowd popping off. I'm not sure if they can hear that through our mic, but it has been absolutely crazy. Everyone is so passionate about their game here, and that is one of my favorite things about the FGC and about fighting games in general. It's just how much people love their games. They put blood, sweat, and tears into performing, into setting up events, whether you're behind the camera, whether you're watching at home on stream, whether you're entering these brackets or you're just coming to spectate. Every single one of you makes the FGC happen.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And when this award ceremony is over as well, make sure you stick around. We're going to be raiding straight into the TampaNeverSleeps channel, so you can go check out the Grand Blue for yourself. Tekken and Street Fighter later on into the night as well, so still so much action to come. Right now we got Zero and my boy Jay Tatsu out there sitting up, holding things down. Later on it's going to be TK Breezy and the big homie Justice Spirit holding it down. And then to kick off the night, the finale is going to be St. Cola and Justin Wong. Yes. But are we ready to go, production? Is it time? Give me a thumbs up. I can't hear you.
We got the finger.
I got the
not
one.
That finger. Not that finger. We got the one
finger. The index finger.
The index finger. We got to make sure that is very, very
it's
clear.
Fun to check. It's been nice to have a nice lighthearted experience here, and it's been a really good time to get to, I don't know, to spend with everybody. So again, thank you very much.
It's been such a chill weekend. You know, we've had a couple of ballrooms here at the Wyndham. Everyone's been coming in and out. A lot of fun. We mentioned it before. It feels like everyone knows each other here. Just such chill vibes, from karaoke to the spelling bee. TNS is the place to be, and hopefully if we get to do it again next year, we get to see all of you who didn't show up come on out, because it's only going to get bigger and better.
Absolutely. But I do see the big man himself finally starting to pull his way on up, so I do believe we're going to be moving over here in just a moment. The missing piece of the puzzle, as it always is, was the man, the myth, the legend. The reason that we're all in this room it was Mr. Tong Lee, so it looks like we have him here on the mic. So, like I said, just gathering up the last other players, and then we're going to be heading over to the award ceremony. I'm excited to get to see how this I don't know how it goes, see how the Akatsuki robe fits. Everyone so far has been kind of dripped out in it, so.
It's so far. It's such a cool trophy. Great idea. Can't wait to see what we do next time, for sure.
Hopefully we can think of another very funny, good This started, by the way, with, I just threw out, I was like, what if we did Naruto headbands instead of medals? Yeah. And it just got out of control.
All right. Congratulations to top 8 for KOF.
Time for the award ceremony.
In 7th place, we have Laban. Also in 7th place, Mothman. Coming in at 5th, Tampa's own Hornzisbadgg. Also in 5th, Snover. In 4th place, Maigo. Oh, and the GOAT again. Another top 8 for Coach Steve. In 2nd place, Dark King. And your TNS 9 KOF champion, Yurikov. And soon to be SNK world champion as well. All right, congratulations. Thank you so much for playing. Appreciate you guys watching as well. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Keep playing KOF.
And once again, congratulations to Yurikov and all of our top 8 competitors for putting on a fantastic show here at TNS9. But that's going to be it for you and me, Proxy, isn't it? It's always such a joy getting to do 2 top 8s today together.
Listen, man, I say it all the time. I said it when we were at DreamHack, and I'll say it here from the kitchen table all the way to the Wyndham. It's been a very, very good ride. More TNS 9 still to come, though. We are going to be leading straight into the other stream, so Grand Blue is going to continue on. Street Fighter and Tekken are going to be after that, so plenty more fighting games to enjoy, and I hope you guys do continue to enjoy them. The fighting game community continues to be an amazing pillar of my life, and it's the reason I continue to do better. So I appreciate you all for giving me a reason to continue to do better. Thank you very much, Jobber. A pleasure as always.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to say any final words. Give it to him.
I'll take it away. Of course, you all know what it is. TNS, KOF, forever. See you next time.